heavyweight. All over the world we pull away. Even on you but you be late. If you know like freedom, you they hate. Know that we be the chosen one. We don't need it all, but they all need us. Anya choro pa mana ha chola anya cho. Amana we even in the one ato. Nilo galale. Fulani galale. Osimi galale. Nibo heavyweight. He didn't lie, made a killer. He didn't lie, made a locker. Then they try, made a killer. Then they try, made a stopper. Biafra got Galile. Nibo got Halile. Biafra got Galile. Nibo got Halile. Biafra got Galile. Nibo got Halile. Biafra got then they try, made them killer. Then they try, made them stopper. Biafra got Galile. Nibo got Halile. Biafra got Galile. Nibo got Halile. Here to good ala dege melele. Here to kukule kuge melele. Come on, my man, Nuna Gabiga. Come on, my man, Nuna Gabiga. Nilo Galalet. Oh, see me, Galalet. Nibo heavyweight. All over the world we pull away. Even on you, but you be late. If you know like freedom, you they hate. Know that we be the chosen one. We don't need it all, but they all need us. Anya choro pa mana ha chola anya cho. Amana we live in the one ato. Nilo galale. Fulani galale. Osimi galale. Nibo heavyweight. He didn't lie, made a killer. He didn't lie, made a locker. Then they try, made them killer. Then they try, made them stopper. Fraga Galile. Nibo got Halile. Biafra got Galile. Nibo got Halile. Biafra got Galile. Nibo got Halile. Biafra got then they try, made them killer. Then they try, made them stopper. Biafra got Galile. Nibo got Halile. Biafra got Galile. Nibo got Halile.
this very evening, we are facing a very formidable array of enemies, both external and within. And we are going to overcome each and every one of these obstacles. That I can assure you, that they may know that the God we worship is an invisible God, not a God that was wrought by the hands of men. For we do not worship idol, and we can never ever worship idol. Is impossible. This very family, this IPOB, belongs to the Most High. And that is how it's going to be until Biafra comes and beyond to eternity. This evening, I want to place it on record that our enemies are intensifying their attack against us from every corner. I am not saying this as lamentation or complaint. I am only trying to prepare our people for what is to come. You are being prepared for what is to come. The time has come to separate the chaff from the wheat itself. Our march is very, very near. The enemies are trembling, they are quaking, they are doing all they can to try to stop us. But they have failed very woefully, and they will continue to fail. But I want to tell you that we are getting attacks from everywhere all over the world. And very soon, they will buy over some of you. Some of you, they will buy some of you over. The spirit of Oba, Biasika, and Ifajuna are still in some of you. When the time comes, they will buy you over. I am not doing this program tonight to ask all of you to be strong. I am doing it to remind you, not that if they succeed in buying you over, you're not going to stop what we are doing. You can't. You cannot. Not in a trillion years. But I need you to appreciate one very simple fact. That at the end of this very race, everybody will testify that indeed Chukwukika Abiyama, the same God of Israel, of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the same God of Ehiri in Aguleri, the same God of Umweri, the same God of Ora-Eri, the same God of Owe-Eri, the same God of Arochukwu. Not to be known by the true God, one true God. You will know that indeed, not only is he omnipotent, that same God is the owner of this very agitation. No human being can stop it. We have enemies, and we need to be very, very careful, both within and without. Very, very careful. The next 2 weeks will be very pivotal. Next 2 weeks will be very, very important in the life, or should I say, in this very mission that we have embarked upon. The devil will do everything. And you are going to watch spectacularly how we are going to destroy and shame the enemy. That at the end, every glory and adoration will belong to God and not to man. Now let us go and tell you what is happening that some of you do not understand. I want those of you who are hardcore, those who we have chosen before you were born. There were some people who were chosen before they were born to agitate for Biafra restoration. This is a message for you. Those who from their mother's womb they were born to do this very work. You must be very, very strong. Because Biafra will open the eyes of black people all over the world. Because Biafra will mean that blacks from America, blacks from the Caribbean, from Southern America, they will all flood into Africa. It will be like the time that Yeshua was born. Biafra is like a light, a beacon. They will follow it. They will say, let us go and see what is happening there. That is what these no-colonialists do not want. They don't want Biafra to come. I am telling our people so they understand. The mountains, I didn't say one mountain, the mountains in front of us that we need to overcome. And for us to overcome it, we need to be very strong mentally, mental strength. Just like when you're doing anything in life, and it appears as if you are being buffeted from everywhere. That is the time that you no longer rely on willpower or your muscles. You go to your brain to endure and to persevere and to keep going until you overcome. That is the stage we are in right now. To make sure that our brain is in gear to confront everything the Janjaweed has to throw at us. We don't have money. Their budget is over $20 billion to fight us. They can bribe Facebook. They can buy them off. They can do anything they like. They can come to some of you and bribe you off. They can promise you what you've never had before. They can give you maybe a house in Dubai. They can promise you a vehicle. They can tell you, oh, we'll make you vice president. They can promise you anything to make sure that you're like them. But this very IPOB, this very hardcore is not going to move. And I will tell you why we can't move.
Come on, my man, Nana Gabiga. Come on, my man, Nana Gabiga. Nilo Galale. Osimi Galale. Ndiwo heavyweight. All over the world we pull weight. Ibuloni will jubilate. If you know like freedom, you they hate. No, that we be the chosen one. We don't need it all, but they all need us. Anya choro pa mana hatola anya cho. Amana we live in a one ato. Nilo galale. Fulani galale. Osimi galale. Ndibo heavyweight. If they lie, may they kill us. If they lie, may they lock us. If they try, may they kill us. If they try, may they stop us. Biafra, Bialele. Igbo, Ganalele. Biafra, Bialele.
Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wonderful people of Biafra and lovers of freedom all over the globe. We bring you warm greetings from the Biafran Republic government in exile, the government of the people, the mouthpiece of the people, the one that speaks for the people, the one that defends the land of Biafra, the only legitimate government that is in charge of Biafra land. We are the mouthpiece of the government, we are the mouthpiece of Biafrans. And what the government of the Republic says is what goes. It doesn't matter the genocidal tendencies, it doesn't matter the blackmail, it doesn't matter the propaganda, it doesn't matter whatever you may try. What God had said will be, will be. So, in line with the anthem we just played, one part of it says, God give us the strength to hit this humanist call. Chukwu Okike, give us the strength to hit this humanist call and to fight this fight to the very end. You're all welcome to today's BRGIE media broadcast. Today we happen to gather on the space, and it is from here that the whole world will hear us. There is a reason why we had to gather on the space today, so that those that did not know some things will also know. We appreciate our media team that have been working assiduously from morning till night to make sure the awareness goes far and wide. You guys are the engine house. In the media team, we have governors, presidents, ministers, prime ministers, engineers, aeronauts, medical practitioners, and all whatnot. This is where you have a handful of a basket where you have all this intellect. That is why there is nothing you will give to them that they will not be able to deliver for you. So I appreciate you all for all you're doing from morning till night to make sure the awareness of Biafra is at its peak, and that will continue until Biafra is restored. Super kudos to our indomitable leader, the Almighty One of Biafra land, who is where he is because of us, who had decided to sacrifice his own life so that the people of Biafra would be reckoned on. The people of Biafra will survive. The people of Biafra will be remembered, and the people of Biafra will be liberated. Without your existence, we are all doomed. And blessed is the womb that brought you to planet Earth, and blessed is that loins from where you came from. And may your days be long, and you will see Biafra, and Biafra must come in our own time. What we are doing is not continuity. No, we did not come to continue what our fathers started in 66. We came to finish. We are on the finishing line. So, for people that may not understand what we are doing, our PM is the finisher. So, he is leading the race to the finishing line. That is where we are going. It's not here for continuity. We have seen videos of Ewu Mba. So, because of the videos of Ewu Mba, we want to say, Biafrans, you people have won again. Super kudos to our PM. The quadratic equation that cannot be solved by any mathematician in one Nigeria. Even as they even give the mathematics to Fulani to solve, Fulani cannot even solve it. Without you, we don't know where Biafrans would have been. So we appreciate you with your tenacity on that pinnacle of the Biafran Republic government in exile. You are one in a million, and we appreciate you so, so much. Keep up the good work. Biafrans are behind you. We understand all the ordeals that may be coming your way as you are fighting on. The Biafrans are praying for you, and we are there with you, and we pray that we get Biafra in no distance time. Keep up the good work, our PM. We got your back, and we are watching, and we are pressing every button to make sure that Biafra is restored in your own time. Men of steel and of valor are the men you have in your cabinet, and they are doing a very good job. We appreciate them all. We appreciate you for being able to lead the set of confused people that call themselves Biafrans, because Biafrans are somehow confused in some areas and in some levels. Because when you sit back to think of when MNK said, the hardest thing for you to do in this life is to preach to a black man and to be able to change the mindset and the idiosyncrasy of a black man. And that we have seen in this very time since our PM took over the mantle of leadership. We have seen the confused nature and the confused brains of many people. In my wildest imagination, I wouldn't have believed that I would see people who Fulani terrorists have massacred their parents, their babies, their mothers, their sisters and their siblings, and their relations and friends, and their schoolmates. And then they could not for one day hit the streets of Enugu. They could not for one day hit the street of Nsukka. They could not for one day hit the street of Yamufu, Iyala, Umutanzi, Olu, Izombe, Uli, to protest against the massacre of their own children. A woman was raped and kept in the custody of a Fulani terrorist for 6 good months. And then the security operatives of the government of the day, they were now interviewing the person that carried out this ignorant crime, and they were asking, did we flog you? Did we manhandle you? Your own daughter, your own sister, your own baby, your own wife, your own girlfriend, who has been raped for over 6 months. And then all you can do as you caught the culprit is for you to start and question, and then at the end of the day, you allow them to go. And you could not hit the streets of Aba. You could not hit the street of Enugu to do protest. But you people are doing protests today and hitting the street of Enugu for sit at home. So what your message is actually signifying is that you are protesting against the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You are protesting against Biafra. You don't want Biafra to come. You prefer one Nigerian terrorist to continue to massacre your women and your children. You prefer Oluwale Mba to continue to lead you people into chaos, while the Fulanis are digging your graves and preparing their trenches and advancing towards the south to come and cut your heads off. You people don't know the importance of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, for those of you that led these protests that are marching. But to everything, there is an advantage to the Biafran people. First in history, for Biafrans that have been contracted by Fulani terrorist government to protest against their own freedom in their own lands, in their own territory. They are not going to protest in another territory. They are protesting in their own territory. Biafrans, if you are watching from YouTube and Facebook or on Twitter, where we are broadcasting out, you can see the video on the screen. That video on the screen, you see some people marching. That is the video where they are doing a march, protesting against the sit-at-home, protesting against the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So ask yourself the question, what kind of life is this? Can some people just sit down and then plan not to allow other people to be free? Hey, hello, Mero. Hello. I want to welcome all my media giants in the house. And please, as you join this space, do well to share. Do well to hit the like button. Do well to share, so that other people can know that we are live and they can join, because we were on before, they kicked us out before, so we restarted again. So do well to reshare, retweet, so that other people can know that we are up, and then you can bring them up. So let me start by giving the mic to my Deputy Minister of Information, Media and Communications, Mazi. The vam of our time. Vam some devils out of this place first before we start. Mazi Ajare, I beg vam some devils out of here first.
Thank you, my honorable minister. You are indeed a blessing, such a blessing, such a talent, such a powerful force that we have, and you are just a powerful inspiration to us, and we appreciate you. Thank you, fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom worldwide, and my comrades in the house. If I in one are the first, I appreciate you. Thank you, every one of you, and all of you. Protocol is duly observed. The world is watching, and it is so interesting how this thing is playing out. And I love it. I love it, and I'm loving it so much. And when I look at it, I just see the template. I see exactly how it played out in the land of Israel. And I watch them, and I see us marching into the promised land, and I see a bunch of them, like the 23,000, that began to worship the golden calf, that began to serve the ungodly image that eventually sent them to their doom. The Bible says that in one day, how many thousands of them fell down, and they were all gone. You know, nothing is going to stop the manifestation of the kingdom of heaven on earth. Nothing is going to stop Biafra. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said it. And you know, one funny thing is that these people are so myopic, both in their sight and in their brain. Very, very idiotic generation. Can you imagine everything that these are the kind of people that will come and say, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, everything he said is true. This man is a prophet, and the same man is the man they are protesting against today. It's just like the Israelites that were saying, you know, give us Barabbas, give us Barabbas. And this is not that generation. This is a generation whereby, as you open your mouth to say, give us Barabbas, a Barabbas, that is a because the truth is that Afugom that now, only protest against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, if they go your life sentence. That is if you go do it all. I'm telling you, if you go do, you have refused life and you have choose death. And there's nothing that will stop that particular choice you have made from happening to you. Nothing that will stop it. I saw a priest of Belial. I saw a worshiper of Baal calling the name of Jesus and saying he's praying against it at home. Child, somebody put person. Somebody to speak. Because while they are alive, we are going to spit on their grave. I'm telling you. Praying against the liberation of people. And it's calling Jesus. That is why I begin to ask people, this Jesus, can you hear body to them? Jesus. That's why I believe in the old time tradition of my fathers. The old landmark, ancient landmark that we are restoring in Biafra. Everybody you can talk na Biafra land. I got you also. That is except man, you stand for the liberation of Biafra. Also can get you from Biafra land. Because it is obvious that you are all messengers of Satan. That's what you are. Messengers of hell. From the pit of hell. And we are going to send you back to where you came from. I'm telling you. Biafrans have seen it. Biafrans are watching. None of you are Biafrans. Because true citizens of heaven will never involve in this ungodly charade that I'm seeing. But it's obvious because we saw Biafrans sit at home, they locked up their shops, and because they locked up their shops, the devils came to see their shop, and we are going to tell them that all of you that have, because of your stomach infrastructure, you try to put a stain to come in the lintel of the people of God, where they put the blood sign on their post to avoid Satan from coming into their businesses. You come to seal it, you have sealed your destiny, and you will face the consequences. I'm telling you, Biafrans have seen you, your faces are identified. I tell you, none of you will go scot-free. Read our lips, mark our words today. Just like our leader has said it, your doomsday is here, because we will purge our land from these elements that are from the pit of hell. We're going to purge Biafra. We will purge Biafra. All of you will be swept out of the land, because we know a mega arrow, and we will sweep you out of the holy land of Biafra. I'm telling you. Going forward, the 2-week sit at home is being engineered, and it is. I give praise and thanks to all Biafrans in Enugu. We saw you, Obete, all the whole market, everywhere was under lock and key, locked down, sealed up. I saw some of the roads in Aba. I didn't even see fly across the camera. Everywhere was standstill, locked down. All these people that were chartered in the vehicles of these criminals and taken to stadium. I saw the priest, while the priest was asking them, let them come together. Some of them were afraid. They were even afraid to come under the roof where they put, because they don't even know. They are afraid to come under the roof. You people should watch it. You cannot hide from the judgment of Chukwu Kabiama. We bet you today, you cannot hide. Biafrans are here on space to dollar van, and everything we pronounce today upon you is judgment certified by heaven, and it shall come to pass. Thank you, my minister. I rest my case and hand over the mic to the next comrade. Thank you very much.
Thank you, my honorable Vam. You know, last 2 days when we were on broadcast, I don't know if we were on a joint broadcast or I was alone, I said something. I said, Biafra has got to the point that it now becomes contagious. That you don't need to worry about where sit-at-home is not observed, where it is observed, or total compliance or not. That the ripple effect of where it is being done will show up in where it is not being done. And you are going to see the experiments of refraction and reflective ray playing out. That where the sit-at-home is done will be refracted through a glass. And then the beam and the ray will now reflect to where there is no sit-at-home. Today, you can see that places that sit-at-home has not been going on. Sit-at-home went on today. I saw my PM post a video of Akwa Ibom do sit-at-home. I laugh. Who will expect that even as there is no radio or no awareness for Akwa Ibom people to hear everything every day, that they are now imbibed with Biafra to the point of hearing sit-at-home and observing sit-at-home. These people don't know what is coming for them. I appreciate Biafrans. And the fire will continue to burn. And whichever people decide to use as a scapegoat, so be it. Because you cannot stop Biafra. And when you do protests against Biafra, it is creating the highest level of awareness for the international community and one Nigeria. This is to tell you that Biafran Republic government in exile have won the battle to the point that they now have to raise some bingos and pay them money inside Biafra land for them to do a showy display. That is what you need to understand. When they get to the point that they say, if you can't win them, you join them. Then when you want to join them, you are rejected. What you now have to do is to start shaking your tail like a bingo. Shake the tail so that it will cause the attention of other people. That is what you're just saying here. But you know what? To every message that is passed out there, it is to the advantage of Biafrans. For the first time in human race, for you to hear that Nigerian government protests against Biafran government inside Biafra land against our sit-at-home. Hey, nah. And then there is one thing we also want to make you to see here. The protest was organized by one Nigerian terrorist. Then we gave them a very clear and peaceful atmosphere to do the protest without any altercation of any kind, without shooting of bullets, without any attack. This is for you to understand that whenever you see stray bullets flying, when Biafrans are doing anything, that it is coming from one Nigerian terrorist government. Now, the one that they organize now, you cannot see any bullet Are you understanding the point? So when you do your own, they come with bullets to come and create propaganda. And when they do their own, you see no bullets. So understand one thing from this message and also get the popularity of where Biafra is going to the next level. Biafra 247, the Honorable Minister in the House, please grab the mic first and say something before we go to my co-hosts there that are actively standing and waiting to fire all the shots.
Mazi Barawa, my minister, please. Can you make Bam 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 co-host? My internet is not as good, please.
Okay, Bam, I hope you have a good internet connection there so that you will not be falling off.
Yeah, the first, what happened to your internet today?
No,
I'm in Vermont. It's not good.
Okay.
When we had meeting before, his internet was very
all right, no problem. I'm available.
Okay. 247, please grab the mic.
All right. Ondewo.
Fire on.
Okay. I greet you now. Every protocol I observe, I see. Well, if you ask me of waiting that happen, Biafras, I greet everybody. For those where they see us, where they hear us from ear with ear, those where they see us with eyes, I greet you all. One love, every family. I see people for the Twitter, the faces where they see. I see some beautiful faces like you, Chechi, and there's so many of them. And I know if they call names, but I love you all. I greet you, my minister and the deputy. I greet you, the first and all. One love. And then, actually, if you ask me, if you listen to our PM on waiting that happen today, you go know say we the win, he the show. Because waiting we there for now, when we they play, he the show. And everything what we they do, people they see him, he they show. They see the evidence there. Now them we tell us say they no go force anybody to come out. Today, they force people come out, pay people to come out. They paid people money to come out for rally against sit at home. I want to ask a question. If it is true that the people don't want to sit at home, which person shop you go they see now? Because if the people agree say they go come out, why you go they block their shop? They seal their shop. But it's good. It's good that it is happening now, that you are sealing the shop so that the world is now coming to see and understand what we have been saying. That you are forcing people to come out so that you will kill them and label it on IPOB. We don't care what the other people are saying. They are just crying for the money they are getting. I see the memo they write, the criminals, must work criminals. They write, we are not involved in sit at home. We condemn sit at home. They are crying so that their paymasters will pay them. We are not interested. But I want to tell us Biafrans today that whatever you see this man, listen, he don't even have one single. He forged his certificate. He took somebody's wife. He grabbed jack somebody's wife. He go listen, a Yoruba person that is residing in London, United Kingdom. You go United Kingdom, go carry and come back to Nigeria. Carry and go Enugu. You did not marry her, just your girlfriend, and you gave her appointment in the government house. Does it mean say the people where they and all of them don't get job? That is why when I see these fools walking along with him, some of the monkeys walking around with him, you see say they don't get bread. Because their own that small money when they give them that 2,000, 5,000, when they share them, they go do their job. Tomorrow they go begin cry again. But where I stand today, because I see say with too many here, everybody must talk, everybody want to talk. Where and what I want us Biafrans to know is that him going out to see people shop because they don't want to obey him is that he is forcing people to come out. And why are you forcing people to go to market against their will? You never paid for their shop. You never paid for their goods. Everything there is their money. What is your business? You can't force any private business person out on how to you can't force him to go to shop or business when he don't want. No, they know they do like that. You forcing him means you have a plan. You want them to come out, so you will shoot them and label it on IPOB. But we thank God today we have a PM who knows what he's doing, who is bringing us before the world. And I'm telling you the truth, this thing that happened today is a good evidence to tell us that he's telling us that these people are against Biafrans, against you, Enugu indigenous. They are against you. So when anybody comes out and get killed, make we know, say, see who kill you, see who kill you. No longer a secret. Thank you, my honorable minister.
Wow. Nice one.
Thank you, Mazi. Thank you so much. Thank you. And we have Mazi Fanyi there as one of our co-hosts. We had General the First was also a co-host before, but because of his network, he went down so that network would not be playing Ojoro with him. So our General the First, whenever you want to speak, you grab the mic and then you speak. So, Bam, you have the co-host now. Ifeanyi, you have the co-host. And from here, we declare it open for Biafrans. Let the business begin.
Thank you. If I please do your opening remark, and then we'll step it up from there. If I please.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, my bros. Thank you, my honorable Minister of Information and the deputy, and my brother Mazi Ugo, all from the Biafra Republic government in Exile Parliament. I salute all of you and every other Biafra government personnel that is here. I salute all of you and all Biafrans and those lovers of freedom. My brother Raf Ajere, everyone that is on the space, and my brother the first that was up here before. I salute you and the university. All protocols duly observed. I salute everyone on the space. I want to use this medium to say that everything is now clear, even more glaring to even the dumbest person on this planet Earth, to see what have been happening and the propaganda, evil propaganda that the Zoological Republic have been carrying against the Biafrans. Now you see it very clear that the Biafrans have decided that they are going for nothing less than their freedom, number one, that they are going for nothing less than total liberation of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, that they are going for nothing less than they don't listen to any other person apart from the Biafra Republic government in Ezra and the de facto government in Homeland, that this is the only government that the Biafran people listens to, that every other government that is occupying a seat in Biafra land is illegitimate. And that is what the Biafran people has proven today. I'm not going to say much. My senior colleagues have already said it all. Today, for the very first time, the seat at home has skyrocketed to Akwa Ibom State. And that is how it's spreading all over Biafra land. Nobody forced it. Nobody's enforcing it. But the Biafrans decided they are fed up with the contraption called Nigeria, with the terrorist government of Nigeria that kills the so-called citizens of theirs. They have decided that they will no longer do this mess. Today in Enugu, you'd not hear about anybody being killed. That is telling you one thing and one thing alone. That all the while that you will hear this person is killed, their IPOB will invade their camp with all these things are shenanigans. All these things are framework, propaganda, lying media houses trying to get their way into IPOB. But IPOB have come here to stay. It doesn't matter the propaganda you carry against IPOB and Biafra, the public government in exile. We are here to restore Biafra and Biafra alone. And these 100 men that is supporting Mazi Simon Eba, they are never going to back down because of your devilish propaganda. And that is how it's going to be until the day Biafra will either be redeclared or that referendum is given to the people of Biafra. Thank you so much, my honorable minister and the deputy, and as you go from the Biafra Republic government in Ezra. Thank you for the opportunity and this privilege. Thank you so much. And I think we'll take it up from here, my minister.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mazi. Fine. We are going to do this in a van way so that everybody will be participating in this particular engagement. Please, if you are here on this space, make sure you go to the arrow on top, click it, and when you click it, you're going to see share it to your own platform, share it everywhere, send it to Messenger, send it to every group. We want to have a full house tonight. Let all these people, some of them that are not even on our side, come in here, so that we will take some things out of you tonight and put in what is supposed to be there. So I will be very much engaged in timing. So we are going to be taking 2 minutes for everyone that comes up. You come up, you speak for 2 minutes, and we will go back to listening. We'll have a space for another person. Hello, who's there? Please mute yourself, please, everybody. You take 2 minutes, then I'll ring the bell. When I ring the bell, it means that your time is up. Please do not extend your time. At most, we are going to give 1 other minute of grace, which is 3 minutes at most. But 2 minutes, you talk. At most 3 minutes, the next person will take the microphone so that more people will be able to engage tonight. We want to make it, count this night. Mazi, fine, you're going to be spotting them out, and I am going to be the timekeeper to make sure that everything goes cordially. Let's go on. Please go ahead with those that have raised up their hands. Let's move now, please.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, my deputy. I salute you, my brother. We will go in series so that we will not be jumping. I will go with Mazi Ebuka Ndaboski. After him, then we'll go with the Enter Biafra. So Ebuka Ndaboski, please, if you're there, unmute yourself and come to the mic. Thank you.
What they don't know is bigger than them. I told them that very soon we will open front in their house, that Enugu State is our federal capital. We know they play with them. We are not playing. We know they joke with them. Haneba na pasiri na kas. Insinya icho kasita home kusi ga me ye bidoro sita home. And even I get menka. I was just looking at those people. They are all mad. My brother, we move. What I'm telling them that they have never seen anything. We have never started yet. We are just doing testing the microphone 1, 2. My name still remains Ebuka Ndaboski. I'm not a preach love. I'm not a preacher of love. Na action man I be. But still, I greet everybody. Biafrans are ready. Even the, what they call it, the 2 weeks sit at home. Biafrans are ready. We are fully ready. And we will stay at home. He should come and drag us up from our houses to come and open our shop. How can you see a businessman who pays his rent with his money? You went to go and sell his shop. Well, can you be able to win in the court if he sue you to court and claim damages? Well, my dear family, as I don't even have much thing to say. My most important thing to say, I'm hitting them woto to the enemy of Biafrans.
Thank you, Ndaboski. 1 minute before you go. Hold on. Ndaboski, so are you telling them that you still have some powers you are yet to use? Because we know you are using Ndaboski. You still have Lefase Fare, Ganduka Gandusa. So all those power, you need to gather them and bring it and bombard them. Especially the Ganduka
my brother, dinta can somewhere near Kume, dinta put up the nga fire din. When the dinta come outside, all of them got
Thank
boss.
you.
Dinta
Thank
cano,
you.
dinta
Thank you. Thank you.
somewhere
If I please take
near
over, thank you.
Kume.
Thank you so much, my brother. Ebuka Indaboski. I respect you so much. Emanasi na una haso haya nantu totala. Thank you, my brother. And enter Biafra, please unmute yourself if you're there.
Okay, good evening, good morning, good afternoon to everyone. Depending on your location, I greet you all. I greet you, Barawa. I greet you, Mazi Vam, Ifani,
Enter Biafra.
Mazi.
Enter Biafra, please. Sorry for interjecting. Please,
Yes.
when you finish speak, anyone that finish speak, you just relinquish the mic so that other people can pick the mic, because if you finish speak and then you still stay on, we cannot bring up other people. So when you finish speak, just go down, then another people can come up, we give them the mic. Thank you.
Yeah, that's
Mazi.
very correct.
Those that finish speaking, we are removing them from the mic. We are removing them.
All right.
Go ahead.
So, what played today is with me. You understand? I'm so happy the way they charade in Biafra land. That is how Biafra is going to be, because Biafra is going to have that liberty to Biafrans to protest on the streets peacefully. Because the reason why Biafrans are not protesting in our land to enjoy it. Today, Nigeria enjoying our land today, protest. Nobody harm them because they are the one. So they are the one doing that. They wouldn't have the boss to come out and do this, what they did now. But when Biafra come to protest against Nigeria in Biafra land, on their own land, Nigeria will come and kill them. Now, Biafra decided to sit at home. And they sit at home every corner. Not only that people are watching, but they are feeling it all around. So they say they want to force people to come outside, but their plan is what they just did now. But because what they thought is, they think that when they come out to protest like this, then Biafrans will go after them. So they will say, okay, Biafra is terror. Look at what they do on peaceful protesters. What we are saying they are doing is what they are the one doing it to them. But because of Biafra knows what they plan, and nobody harmed them, and they know because themselves. That's why they don't hurt themselves and they protest in our land peacefully. But what they just did now, you failed them, because this 2 weeks at home, they will not find it easy. Because all Biafran who joined them to do this, whether you collect money, you don't collect money, my warning and advice to you is to stay away from Nigeria government. If they contact you to go and do this type of job again, don't come out, because during this time they will come after you. If you're a Biafran, they will come after you, and when they do that, they will say it's Biafrans. They are killing themselves. So what they just did now is just like we are 100 steps ahead of them. Biafra government is 100 steps ahead of them. So let them enjoy it while it lasts. That's what I want to say. I greet everyone.
Thank you. Ifeanyi, are you still there?
I'm here. Enter Biafra. Are you through with your submission? Your voice is not coming out.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
Okay. Thank you so much, Enter Biafra, for your submission. And my brother sent Eberiman also. Please unmute yourself. Those that have not spoken, do well to raise your hand.
Thank you. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are, depending on your time zones. Thank you very much, my host. Thank you very much, my co-host, Ifeanyi Nwora. Thank you very much, my Minister of Information, my co-host, Raphael Vam. Greetings from here. I wouldn't take much of our time, but I have only one simple message to send to the illegitimate governor in Enugu State. My message to him is to tell him that he should be aware. Our leader, Mazi Samuel Ekpa, our prime minister, have already said it, that the more they continue their propaganda, the more Biafra is closed. They think that they are doing all this propaganda and doing all these things to bring our liberation struggle down. But what they don't know is bigger than them. And what they don't know that is bigger than them is that the more they look, the less they will see. And the more they continue with this propaganda, sooner Biafra is here. Our own request, our own demand, it is very, very short and simple. Release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Thank you very much. God bless you all.
Thank you so much, my brother Sentinel, for that quick one. Thank you for your submission. They must yield to our yearning as things will go up on flame. Thank you so much. Our brother Onyekachi, please submit yourself.
Thank you, my great and senior comrades. First and foremost, greetings to my able Minister of Information, Honorable Abarawa Soni, and his deputy Pastor Bam Bam Bam, and every other senior comrade and my ladies in the house. Greetings to you all. My submission is directed to this the acclaimed men of God without godliness. Permit me, because I'm very, very pissed off when I see this men, the way they do this in our lands. It's evidently obvious. These people are number one enemy of our people. They are assigned. They had the enemy, the imperialists have seen that we respect God, things of God. Then they appointed their agents to serve as men of God in our land, for them to use them to weaken the people mentally, to brainwash them. I'm begin to surprise that those who claim to be men of God, but that God who supports the will of the people, majority of the people, they are fighting against that will of the people, which God they claim they are serving respects. Okay, our people to know that the bishops of I will call them, because if we don't step on toe, if our parents don't step on toe, that means they don't love their children. But if you love their children, we will step on toe to fight for their betterment, for their better future and unborn generations. Okay, if we continue to do to be politically correct, why the enemy come to our lands to kill us on our own lands, and the acclaimed men of God who's supposed to be on our side, who's supposed to stand in the front as the prophet of old, the apostle of old did, they are the one even planning how to kill our people. I thank you for Kika, the she of our ancestors, the she of our internal leader, the she of our supreme leader Mazi Nnamdi, the she of our prime minister Simon Ekpa, and the she of all the Biafra liberators, the she of our ESN and our Biafra liberators, the she of Biafra. I thank him for disgracing them today in Alice Square in Enugu. Enugu State have more than 10 million population. What came out in that square is up to 100,000. No. It's to tell them that 99.9% of our people are with us. No wonder the Bishop Onega, the pedophile, the rapist, who impregnated the underage girl, and also convinced his brother to marry the girl, and also still sleeping with that girl. What abomination! That man is the man who is the head of church in Enugu State. To tell you that these people, they don't know God. They don't know God. They are the enemy of our people, because they gave the room for the Fulani to come and be killing our people. Whenever they kill our people in the short time, they will say fast and praying. But they goes out with the armed to teach security men and bulletproof cars. I'm telling our people that the way of our ancestors is the way of God. It's the true way. We must retrace our steps without minding what people will say. If you love your children, if you love your race, if you love your born children, you don't care what people will say. When you discover that the way you're flowing is wrong, you don't care what people will say. I've heard some pastors discussing that the truth. This man is right. This man is right. And those who are speaking against this thing that they are right, speaking against the men of God in Nigeria that they are right. But some of them are thinking of what people will say. What people will say. That's why they're still maintaining the status quo. No one feels that what they're doing is wrong. My brother is a pastor. Mind you. Thank you. Thank you so much for giving me this time. Thank you all. I'll be back.
Yeah, thank you. On just to buttress your point, Mazi Onyeka, you know, sometimes that's why we say that Christianity is just appalling in our location. You know, this is a man, they call him, that man that I was hearing his voice, the name BBC called him was Ede. I don't know if it's the same person with that or not. And they said he is the chairman of Kanu. Chairman of Kanu, Adamawa, was beheaded. Did we see this man protest for his fellow Christian soldier that was beheaded in Adamawa? Did we see him protest? All Christians around in the zoo were called upon by Obadiah Mai Lafia to go on a 1 week protest. Not even protest, 1 week boycott. Boycott of anything called Fulani meat or Hausa cow, anything. Just boycott. How many of us did we see that priest come out and this useless son of Satan tell him that Pastor Vam said he is son of Satan? This son of Satan came out and was calling the name of Jesus, praying against his people that decided to sit and fasting and praying for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and for restoration of Biafra. Then he was praying with the name of a Baal, Satan, because that Jesus is calling is not the Jesus that you people know. It's not the Jesus that was born in Bethlehem. The Jesus that idiot was calling is the Jesus of Oyimbo, Jesus of the Korekpene, Jesus of Azul Beha, Jesus of Omi is the one he's calling. And he's calling Jesus. The same man that could not speak up when a fellow Khan president was beheaded in Adamawa, and in the court, very soon. And I bet you with my 10 fingers and my 10 toes, if I human in a put a hoku, it will put an apple Jesus. Jesus in a oh, Mbu Prindos isi gahada. Isi gahada. And the woman Biafra the Wisiki, Ndiga Media Bundi Merendoso, Ake Media, and Media Udelegerio Suki, Akaha Suganya, I had to call the Kabiama Premier. He said, if I please continue.
He said. Thank you so much, my deputy. Thank you for that wonderful support to what our brother said. You just said it all. These people are not to be trusted. It doesn't matter the coronation you gave to them, bishop, pastor, whatever, reverend, or whatever you call them. The wolf among them are many, more than the sheep among them. So my minister, will you want to add something before we proceed? Calling the next speaker.
Let me add a small pepper. Pastor Vam, thank you for vamping those criminals. You know, pastors and bishops and religious leaders in one Nigeria, especially the ones we have in Biafra land, they are political criminals, political jobbers, political bigots who begs their way out just because of white, yellow, and brown envelopes. And when you check their fingers, you see them wearing a ring that has dried blood substances inside that ring. All of them preachers. These are occultic people, people that are into one occult group or another, and they will be doing prayer. This is what they use to hypnotize the members of these churches, that even when you're telling them, your salvation is not in this ministry, your salvation is Biafra, their brains have already been hypnotized, and you find it very hard of when their brain will come back to normal, to reason well. Christian Association of Nigeria were the one that dug the grave of Dr. Mai Lafia. How? How? In the sense that Dr. Mai Lafia got the information from the terrorists And then he brought it to Christian Association of Nigeria and said, what you people need to do is to protest a week or two, sending a message to the terrorist government of the day. What did they do? They swept it under the carpet. The Fulani terrorists saw a safe haven and understood that there was no one backing Dr. Mai Lafia up with the revelation that he came to give Nigerians. The same way it was easy that they had to take Dr. Mai Lafia out was the way they had wanted to go with our Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And because they saw that we have thousands of soldiers of Biafrans all over the world who cannot allow things to go just like that. If Christian Association of Nigeria had declared a 1 week or 2 week sit at home in protest against the terrorists, like Dr. Mai Lafia had advocated, do you think that what you did today would have escalated to this point in Nigeria? No. None of the people massacred and butchered and raped and destroyed in the north or middle belt are of Fulani extract. No, all of them are Christians. They are all Christians from number 1 to Z. And the only thing that Christian Association of Nigerians will do is after they massacre their church members and their children, they will come and do prayer. They say, may your soul rest in peace. How will you be praying, may your soul rest in peace, when somebody massacre and rape your children and then butcher you and desolate you from your homes? Instead of you to tell the person, may your soul never rest in peace, you put axe, you put knife, you put broom, you put stone, you put everything inside the coffin where you're going to bury the person, and then you send the person, you call the spirit of our ancestors to follow the person and then lead the person to their enemies that massacred the person, their killers. You're telling the person, may your soul rest in peace. No! You preach the Bible and you turn it upside down. America, freedom started from the church. They preached it from the church and they educated the congregation. Whenever there was no reminder to that, the person that stood like an usher got to remind the preacher and said, you have not inculcated freedom message and liberation and our political engagement on how we will lead to our freedom in the message of today. And then the preacher will be reminded. Pamphlets of the freedom were circulated from everywhere to where you could never have thought of. They made sure the awareness went, and even babies inside the womb were able to get the message from inside the church. Our own criminal religious leaders is that they try to put money on everything and to even use your... Okay, let us come back to another thing. Who has the fine and the most expensive cars in Nigeria? It is the religious leaders. What business do they do? Oh, is it only the business of congregation and tithe and offering? Madness. So if they are standing up to talk against Biafra, they have made their doom and they should prepare their grave.
Thank you so much, my minister. Thank you so much for that wonderful one. We never have any priest that is speaking for us. It's only Elohim. The only priest we have is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Simon Eba, and all of you, our minister. You guys are the pastors, reverends, and the priest that we have, because it's only the priest that can preach the gospel of truth and cry, say something to the power whenever there is killing in the land, just like Elijah, Elisha, that they read in their Bible did. All these men stand to speak for the weak, but this one stand to oppress the weak and honor the oppressor. Thank you so much, my minister, for that. I will be calling the first is not raising his hand, but I will call on him because his network is having issues. So the first, if you're there and you're good with your mic, please can you? Mr.
Thank
Chus,
you.
you will be coming next, please. I see you.
Thank you.
First, please unmute yourself before they kick you out again. Thank you.
No.
Thank
First,
you.
there's something I want you to look into also. I saw in the comments, which I don't know this history, but this is quite interesting. Somebody says it was a priest that fought Mexico out of
Is the
Spanish
first
rule.
there?
He says it was a priest that fought Mexico out of Spanish rule.
Unmute yourself.
Use that and also analyze these blood-sucking demons that call themselves priests in our land.
Oh,
as you will make your submission.
okay, Mazi Chooks, please unmute yourself. Let the first
I don't
reconnect
think
with mic.
I don't think Ifeanyi can hear
Mazi
me.
Chooks, please
Ifeanyi,
unmute
can you
yourself.
hear me?
If I the first wants to talk, please. Can you hear him?
Ifeanyi cannot hear me. He has to go down and come back.
Can you hear me also?
Ifeanyi cannot hear
If I
anybody.
cannot hear me.
Ifeanyi, go out and come back.
Yeah.
You know, Mazi, our own Vam. You know, you said something. You said priest. Do you have any of that in the zoo? Do you have any priest in the zoo as we currently speak? There's none. There's none. Stomach infrastructure is everywhere. Man, I was so angry today. I was in one of them spaces again that I shouldn't be going, because when I go there, I get angry. When I see how our people, this is the same people that we told them, don't come out and vote. This is them. But you know one thing I love about social media? I love is because whatever goes there stays there. It's now that we are starting to fish out those one Nigerianists among us, those that keep sabotaging this struggle from within. It's good that they are all, and I'm sure that the police of the government of Biafra is paying attention, because if you're looking for the saboteurs, they are right there in the video. We have to analyze those videos. This is what we're talking about. We don't have any priests in the zoo. In Biafra land, we don't. They don't care. Nigeria government today, these are people, I mean, the way these people think, I can never understand it. I mean, look at Khan. Khan is now advocating for the bill to regulate Christianity. Every single one of them, they are quiet. And as far as I'm concerned, quiet means that you're complicit. And they're all complicit. They can never come out and protest the killing. One of our sister was kidnapped by Fulani for 6 months. She was raped, impregnated, raped again. These people, we didn't see no outrage, no protest, nothing. But they will come out. Oluwalemba, wife snatcher, will come out to but we know why he's doing it. We know this is his job resume. He's trying to tell Fulani that I can be washed and hope Uzadema. Please allow me, please, oh. Because the only thing this idiot knows how to do is to commit crime. Remember, he went and had somebody to fake his identity as DSS director to go and represent him in court. This is all he does, faking stuff. And what he's trying to do, and Fulani has him in the balls. The Fulani holds the same way Biafra have hold Nigeria. Fulani hold Mba, and he's doing everything. Everything. But I love it, because the world is now seeing who are the ones enforcing sit at home. It's not Biafrans. Mba is now the one enforcing sit at home, and they are trying to convince the world, oh, Biafrans are enforcing sit at home. While else it's Mba. Mba and his criminal cohort, they are enforcing sit at home. Because if what he did today is not a question, I mean, how many of you, where in the world do you go and tell people there is peace in the land, come out and you have AK-47, AK-49, all the ammunitions in the world? If that's not enforcement, I don't know what is. He is enforcing it at home. Here all along, those people making videos in red cloth, coming out and saying, oh, free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, or we blow it up. This is Mba people, and all of this is happening in Enugu. All of these things is happening in Enugu, where Mba is supposedly the governor of, illegitimate governor. But we told him that the same way Hope Uzodinma ran away from Imo State, he's going to run away in no time. Because he has not shown the world. So I am happy. I'm extremely happy because he happened, because the world have seen the ones really enforcing this sit at home. The world has now seen that Biafra people, we are peaceful as peaceful can be. We are peaceful. I mean, we even have a badge of honor to prove it. Our minister, our prime minister is the ambassador of peace. We are the ones being peaceful while Nigeria continue to be violent against Biafran people. Today went to our church shops that they didn't pay for, goods that they didn't supply, nothing. Biafran people, we have to be our own government. We have to open our own water. We have to do everything. And what did Mba do? Mba went to close down shops that he didn't give him capital for. All to blackmail Biafra. But I'm glad that it was what he thought, because we told him that anything that they do will always be in our favor. So Mba, he can go and close more shops. Tell Fulani that he can be more than Hopus or them. Tell him that he can do anything. At the end of the day, it will be for our favor. So I love it. I'm enjoying it. Mba should continue. One thing we assure him is at the end, Biafra will come. And people like him, all of them, there will be nowhere to find. Thank you. Before my internet goes on.
Thank you so much, my brother. The first, you know, when our Minister of Information told them that Biafra government in exile is winning, today Nigerian government is now protesting against Biafra government in exile. That is to tell you that the existing government now is government, Biafra Republic government in exile. Then the illegitimate government that is struggling to come back is now protesting against the legitimate government. That is what is playing out. And the world is saying it. The day that we all have been waiting for and hoping for is here with us. Thank you so much. The first, I don't know, my deputy, my brother.
Fire on. Please let people raise their hands, please. Win have his hands up. Chooks have his hands up. Everybody in the room as speakers, please raise your hands, please. If you want to speak, please. Go ahead, define.
Okay, thank you so much. Mazi Chooks, please unmute yourself if you are with your mic.
Thank you, my people. The Honorable Minister, Sonia Arawa, Mazi Ugo, Elder, 247, Pastor Vam, Rab Fajero, and every other beloved, sincere, truthful, on the right path, Biafran. I want also to greet the one Nigerians who are here to spy us. They are welcome to the truth, knowing that after today, your heart, your conscience must kick you on the right direction. I want to start by saying what happened in Enugu, what is happening now in Enugu, is just display of ignorance and the foolishness. When I saw that those men that were selling the shops of hard-earned money of Biafran, after they finished stealing, they were in haste. See how they were running as if somebody is pursuing them. They were afraid.
They were scared for their life.
If you watch that video,
I want it.
Watch that video. Yeah, you will notice that they are there inside their mind. They are saying, "Let us go, let us go, let us go," and they were running as if somebody is pushing them. The Igbo age were saying, "Ọkụkọ nyụọ arụ, a na-achụbi ọsọ." Onye pụtara ụla si chie na ya ebi ụzọ, ọ ya agbakọta ọsọ, gbanwe onwe ya n'ọsọ. I'm but they have known that nothing will stop our freedom, no matter what. I had one lady that called herself common president to the union government, that you can even bribe to get enter. People who don't even, most of them don't even have a good academic skill to defend their project. Was talking as if what governors could not do, that little rat was talking. She has just finished digging her grave by writing her love letter to premature death. And thank God for the scripture. Bible says that whatsoever a man sowed, he will reap. Her own repercussion will still come, not by bragging, but by nature and spirit. We read him on that. Another thing is, I want to talk is the area of we men of God. I'm a clergyman in Anglican Church. And I know what people are saying. This time, we need men like Mordecai, like many of you that are speaking. You know, when Haman, the politician Haman, Haman who hated the Jews in Shushan, planned to kill all the Jews. Esther in palace, her understanding, she was blind, not seeing what is happening. Until Mordecai used words that's words, some of the words I'm seeing this night. And I'm praying that these words will wake some of our church leaders from the slumbering. Not knowing that the church is number one target and every other tribal religion, because that was their number one agenda in Islamization, to eradicate in all form and ramification all non-Muslim religion in member nation. Such religion shall include Christianity. Christianity was written in capital letter, inverted comma, open and close, and Hamadea, and every other tribal mode of worship in member nation. That was the OIC. And Buhari has finished every other three positions of that four agenda. This one, number one, is the next to enter the men eradication. All those things we are seeing, entering, opening fire in the church, it beat my heart that we'll be seeing killings every day. Killing men of God, killing worshippers in the church, entering their home, killing them, killing in the road, killing in the market, killing in the house, killing in the bush, and we are still talking as if all is well. As if all is well. I pray that the words that we make our men of God who are sincere, because we have in this generation stomach infrastructures. From month to month, every of someone must end up in money. It's a tragedy. It's a tragedy. It's a big predicament. But I know my comfort is that God always has a remnant. Because if I say God did not have a remnant, then I mean that God is weak and powerless. So this we must continue.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, my brother Mazi Chicks,
God
for
bless
that
you.
wonderful one. I'll be calling on our brother Win-Win. Win-Win, please, if you are with your mic, please unmute yourself.
Yeah, good evening, dear friend. Sonia Barawa, our minister, and Raf Ajay, pastor, our own pastor, Vam Vam
Nothing
Vam.
do you, nothing do you. Only say you don't forget your brother.
I don't forget you. I tried calling you the other day, but you know.
No, Allah. We'll talk tomorrow.
All right. Mazi Ugo, our minister. I greet each and every one of you. I want to talk about Oluwalemba. You know, someone called me from Enugu this afternoon and said that he organized some guys and paid huge money, you know. So the guy was like, should I go and collect my own share? I say, guy, clear road from there, because the same way he's paying these people is the same way he will stage their debts. You know, you might collect your debts there. So if you want to go collect your debts, or run for your dear life. Because if you watch that video clearly, this one is like there is not like what I saw in the video. Somebody called me and said, this is what he did in Enugu. You know, so those people came out, they were afraid, they were scared. Some of them, didn't even wait till the whole thing finished and ran away. So that's how bad the situation in Enugu has become. And the most funniest thing there is that he claims he's leading. Nobody saw him. When the whole thing started, he disappeared. That's the most foolishness of, some people in Enugu. They should have allowed him to lead, from the
Yeah.
front.
Win-win, please don't lose your line of thought. I want to seize this opportunity to tell every market leader in Enugu, all the market leaders, you should make sure your hands are not connected to this man, because on your Akaya attached to this man to be supporting him in what he's doing. So if you're a market leader, if you are chairman of all this market where he's going to lock all this shop, if Biafrans identify that you played a role in any way, all of you, anywhere you are, Biafrans decided to sit at home. You as an appointed market leader in any way, you are not the one that started this business for these Biafrans. You did not in any way support them. They know who speaks for them. The Biafran Prime Minister speaks, and on behalf of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, all of them listening. And if you are involved as a market leader supporting this Oluwole man, just mark your life as Oluwole already. Your name and your surname and your community becomes Oluwole. Anywhere you are, you have been marked. So you better work right now before Waraka Madu. Win-win, please continue.
I can wear our I tell you, because as I talk to you now, so many guys are angry. Men are very angry as I speak to you now. Not only markets, there is a particular, I'm trying to figure out the man's name. He's the one that Mba contracted in giving those market women and then some youths money for that protest. That man needs to be seriously warned, because the day it will happen, they will keep calling Biafrans. They will keep saying, Simon Ekpa boys, because he's the one staging the whole thing. This one, today, everything my eye cleared about this wife snatcher called himself. So the whole thing is that they are afraid for Nigeria to conduct a peaceful protest in Enugu. That means there is an able government that is taking place, and they have already known it, and they are seeing it coming. So it's just an example, like something good is coming. That is why they are protesting. For the first time, I'm seeing a peaceful protest in Enugu. What a shameful administrator, that was very shameful of him, honestly. I'm just happy that the order is working, because it's just those that he paid that came out. They are not even up to 100. They came out and then do and collected the money and ran away. Not like there wasn't any movement in Enugu. Throughout the whole Enugu was peaceful. Only that afternoon, some just few group of boys came out and just did that and collected money. That's all. Nothing else. Let me give another person a chance to speak. We will move. They will face it. Either they run away, because Hopu Zodima is in Abuja. He can't go to Imo anymore. He will run away, and there is nothing anybody can do about it until Biafra is redeclared. Thank you.
Thank you so much, my brother. The minister, do you want to chip in something?
Yeah, let me add something there. Win-win, thank you for that inter. When Nigerians were protesting with Nigerian flag, They kill them in numbers. And up till today, the federal government of Nigeria are still denying the fact that they did not kill them. And yet, the bodies of the ones that were killed, over 100, have just been approved for burial recently. While the governor of Lagos State is still denying the fact that they were not killed, but the bodies have been approved for burial. And then the families of the deceased do not even know which of their children's bodies are to be buried, what they look like, or what they don't look like. That was a protest led by the youth trying to make one Nigeria to become a country. And then they shot at them mercilessly, they brutalized them. I remember during the same NSAS, my own brother was shot in the head and the brain scattered, laying open on the ground. This is somebody that was not even going for the NSAS. He just stepped out of the house after giving a kiss to the children and wife. And as he was going, a stray bullet from the police, as they shot at the protesters, the stray bullet came to his head and his brains were shattered on the ground. That is how we packed his debris to bury. This was in the name of one Nigeria. So we want people to understand something here, that if you are protesting to stand for one Nigeria, you will not see any killing coming there. But if you are now standing against one Nigeria, they will now bring killings to come and use it to blackmail people and to give a dog a bad name. A bad name. So I have seen banks. I have seen a video of banks sealed, EcoBank. And it is not only EcoBank that was sealed. There are many premises. And then I later saw many others. So Mba should understand the fact that he has declared war against the indigenous people of the land. For you to seal their businesses and their worship center or business centers is against human rights. Inspector, or whether AIG, or whether the police superintendent, Ed, he said, we cannot go to their houses to drag them out not to do sit at home. It is against their human rights. He said, what we can only do is we stay in the road and then watch who comes out so that they can kill. And then we told our people, do not go out because they cannot secure you. I have seen a video today where kidnappers massacre IGP of police, or whether an IGP or ASP of police. So if the police cannot protect their ASP, how will the same police come to protect you, indigenous people of the land, when their foot soldiers are coming? You stay at home to avoid any discrepancies that may come your way. Fire on, sir.
Thank you so much, my honorable minister. You know, what happened today is also a sign that is telling the international community how peaceful and how the government of Biafra is going to be. That is a government that respects human rights. That is a government that is going to be governed by law and order. That is why you didn't see anybody. The government in exile did not command on that the army of Liberation Army of Biafra should shoot aside those that are protesting peacefully today with their placards and all that. That is to show you how government of Biafra is going to be. Their citizens, if they have anything that they don't like, they are free to protest to the government, and the government will address it. Like these people have protested today, how we are going to address it is that 2 weeks sit at home is coming. That is how we are going to address it, because we are still fighting to liberate ourselves from the tyrannical government of the terrorist government of Nigeria. But when Biafra is fully restored, if there's anything that the Biafran did not like, he's free to go to the government house and protest and say, I don't like this one, I didn't like this one, and the government will give the Biafran a listening ear. They demonstrated it today by not going after anybody, allowing the government of Nigeria to protest against the Biafra Republic government in exile peacefully, and everybody went back home. You didn't hear that even ordinary knockout was shot today. Everybody went back home peacefully. That sent a very strong message to the people that wants to hear and that wants to know. Thank you so much, my brother, for pointing out the things that you said. God bless you, my minister and the deputy. I want to know, this Lucky, is she a Biafran Wada or a man? If you are a Biafran Wada, unmute yourself. But if you're a man, you wait, the mic will come to you. Please mute yourself. I thought you are Wada. Lucky, mute yourself. You raise your hand, the mic will come to you.
Yes,
Jack, unmute yourself.
afọ bụ Mazi Chukwuma Uchenwa, abụ nwa Biafra.
Hello, can I?
Go ahead,
Yeah.
Lucky. Go ahead. Is your
Okay.
Go ahead.
Yes, afọ m bụ Chukwuma Uchenwa. Esi m Ghana na-ekwu, Ghana ka m nọ wee na-ekwu kịta anụ. So na-anụ ya unu na-ekwu, na-anụkwanụ ka ife si aga n'ezie. Ka ife si aga ma ekenekwu ụnụ, mana unu na-agbalị, na nwere ihe ọzọ. Mana nke na-ewe m iwe bụ na ka anyị esiwe n'ọdị ụmụ ndị anyị kpọrọ anyị nwaanyị ụmụnne ọfara na-ebitere ya nwaanyị nne m ọfa ego nwa na-achọkwana, ego nwa na-akwa na-agwa agwa, amakwa m ka anyị esiwe n'ọdị mma na-ebitere ya nwanne ya. Ma opu ụzọ dị mgba na-ebitere ya ego ka ebe ọ nọ kịta na anụ ọ na-agba ọsọ n'ụlọ. Ihe ndị a na-abịa Yusef ụta na obodo asef, ngwa gị na obodo nọ n'ime ya na ọ na-ewe m iwe, ọ na-eri m nri na ahụ. Dịka onwere ihe udo adịrọ n'ụlọ ọta, dịka udo adịrọ n'ụlọ, ọ na-ewute m nke ukwuu sef karịa ka onye karịzie sef. Kọz mụ anyị na-erisi nchecha ka m mesi bata n'ụlọ na-anụ mgbagharị a na-agbagharị, ọ na-ewute m nnukwu. So the chain adịrọ good at all. Onye ọbụla otu anyị nọ ebe a anyị nọkọta anyị na-ewecha ofu, onye ọbụla kwesịrị onwe ka o suru anyị, onye ya agbakwutere ụmụnne ya. Mana nke a na-asọpọtụ onye nka, ka na-asọpọtụ onye nka, a na-eme ihe niile iche. Ndị nke a na-asị na ha bụ grupu nke asị na ha bụ grupu nke ọ dịrọ mma. Onye ọbụla kwesịrị iwere ofu obi mekọta ihe. Onye anya na-ekwu na onye nka, ndị na-asị na ka a na-abịa Simon ekpe na ọ bụrụ ya hip-hop nke a na ọ bụrụ nke ọzọ. Mana at least na ihe ọ na-emegodi bụ ihe na-emegodi at least na-eshekigoro ya bụ Naijiria na kọndishọn anyị nọ n'ime ya today. Ya mere ọkwa ihe ọ na-eme na mere eji na-anụtụ na yes na ihe banyere fana ji na-esheki ha like this na, but some of them na ama m ihe gwuche obi fa, ha nara ego ha na-ebitere ya ụmụnne fa. Ụdịrị ya adịrọ mma. So biko onye ka mụ na-ekwu ekwudebe nke mụ, o nwere ihe ọzọ. Onye ọbụla gba mbọ tinye nke a na-asị na nka grupu nka esi otu a mebi ya ka ị ka esi enweta ya bụ ihe. Esi otu a mebi ya ka ị ka esi enweta ya bụ udo anyị ya nwaanyị na-achọ. Etikata aka onye ọbụla ewekọta isi ọ na-agbakwuo ekwu ubi onye asị yes na eke ekwure nke ekwe n'ihe nke a kwuru. Na m ka asị na bụ grupu nke aka asị na grupu nke ahụ na-ebe ka ihe a na-akpụ ya ọ dịrọ mma. Ihe a na-eme n'obodo, ihe a na-eme na Naịjirịa ọ na-eru ebe niile, o nwere ebe ọ na-agaghị ọ na-eru. So the thing na-adịrọ good. So biko onye mụ ahụ ike ikwudebe nke mụ, biko ndị a na-eme ya ọka na grupu ngwa fa ama fa mana ama ya ma onwe fa ngwa ihe a na-adịwado ihe aka na ụfọdụ agwa adịrọ mma. This time you were one day in Narego when you go against your brother. Kekwan you when at the thing. Why not tomorrow? When tomorrow, what you may not reach up with that? No one, na one day, no na or dream. So the thing they will turn bad. Even most of our people self no natural, and they not just self na agro, you know, to na agro gusike. Man, I did 2 years today. Oh, you na to bata. So, biko ya na ye mo wiki kudebe. Biko nde one.
Thank you so much, my brother. Love you. Thank you.
Nde one.
Thank you, Mazi.
Isa.
Is our brother Jack there? Unmute yourself, please.
Hello, good evening, everyone. Biafras, I greet everybody. Can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead. We
Go
can hear
ahead.
you.
We can hear
Please, who
you.
was the last
Okay.
person that spoke now? Have the person gone out of the room? Okay, go ahead.
Yes.
I greet the Honorable Minister. I greet all the cabinet members that are here. And Biafras, I greet everybody. I remain on the existing protocol. I just want to say that one thing we should understand is we have to learn the mentality of the Britain, because when they plan, they don't plan for something to happen within a very short period of time. They plan ahead. They even plan so that their children can inherit whatever they've done. So every tool, everything in Nigeria as it stands, the instrument that Britain established in Nigeria is working against us. It's not originated to work for us. The Christianity we are talking about is a tool to subjugate us. It's a tool for them to continue to shout Christianity, and Fulani will come and kill everybody. Those that will remain, they will turn them to Muslim, and before you know it, our land is an Islamic state. It is never meant for us. It will never work for us. And even to remind us of that Chukwuoki Kabia myself has placed cost on us because we left the way he created us and begin to do the wrong thing. It's just like a woman who gave birth to a child, nurtured the child, went to sell a wrapper, buy a hawk pure water in the market, went to sell everything to take care of that child. After training the child in a very good university, the child now became somebody who have money. Satan come from nowhere, or Britain come from nowhere. Another woman come from nowhere and say, come, this your mother is a witch. Don't follow her. She's been the one pursuing you. She doesn't want you to grow. You are supposed to be this, you are supposed to be that. She's been suppressing you. And that child turned away from her mother. Do you think the mother will be happy? This is the same thing that happened in the Old Testament, where God said in the Garden of Eden, when God suffered and created everything, then Satan come from nowhere and said that they don't mind him, that is telling you he doesn't want you to have knowledge. What is the difference between them? And we diverted from how God created us. God made us in his own image and likeness. How he wanted us to be. How he wanted us to worship him. Because I know in those days, you can't do evil and go like that. The land, if the punishment is to kill you, the land will kill you. If the punishment is to cripple you or give you one strange sickness, the land will do its job. So there was serenity in the land during those days. And I still want to talk about Igbo politicians in general. They are playing a very, very dangerous politics. Very, very dangerous politics in Nigeria. And if not for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Simon Ekpa, if not for this Biafra agitation, everybody in Southeast would have been a serious problem. In fact, as Nigeria stands now, the whole of Southern region is in serious doom. Because there is no single politician that is bold enough, apart from that one that is president now. We say, okay, because of his kind of things that he has gathered, he can leave us some kind of momentum. But after him, there is no single politician in the whole of Southern Nigeria. Every other person is that got to the be Fulani will useless all of them and do whatever they like with their region. It's a very dangerous policy because these people go in the name of like that banner that is constituting users in Enugu State. He will go in the name of Enugu State, representing that anything can happen. Is therefore not going with the voice of the people. But when Fulani pocket him, they use him to do whatever he likes. When you come to politics as an individual, as a Superman, it's only it will only stand a short term, because in politics you have to come with a very long-term interest, which the person, your partner that is doing anything with you, or you are into the politics together, we see a very long-term interest. That is why Britain decided to choose the Fulanis, because they saw a long-term interest in the Fulanis. They saw that if they do this alignment with Fulanis, if they give the Fulanis power, Fulanis for generation to generation, because what Fulanis have been talking about is how is the Fulani nation is going to take over this country. That is their interest they are bringing for, not individual interests. And British saw it that if we give these people power, our children will be able to be making this place and even still control of this territory. And that is what we are lacking. Because any stupid Igbo man or certain politician that goes there, he's coming for his own personal pocket. He's not coming for the interest of everybody. He's coming for his, how will he loot his pocket, fill everything. And Fulani, they are very smart. They want to bring somebody who has skeleton in his cupboard so that they will have something to be pressuring him. You have to do this. If not, you won't do this thing. And I began to ask questions. What is the essence of Western education? When people will see the professors, we see people who call themselves intellectuals, after everything, they can't use their common sense. People who did not go to school, who just use their natural brain that God gave to them, are using them like rats. What is the essence of education there? Because we are come to see that wisdom governs everything. It doesn't matter whether you go to school, because people forget that when you go to school, you're only a specialist in that particular field. And when it comes to, when the course comes for you to do whatever you have to do, you exhibit your talent. But when it comes to human interaction, what concerns us as a people, you now begin to use that God-given brain to think. And what we are missing today, when white people tell us love, 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 we don't have love in our culture. What we have is family and community life. Because in family life, in community life, anything that happens to me, I cannot bear the burden alone. It happens to everybody. If I'm sorrowful, the whole of my community is sorrowful. The whole of my family is sorrowful. If I'm happy, everybody is happy. If anything happens to me, I won't carry the burden alone. That is why our marriages were strong. Because when a man gets married, he knows that this woman he is marrying, it's not him that is marrying the woman. The whole community is marrying her. The whole family is marrying her. So if he wants to misbehave, he will think twice, because it's not it's not only him that will make the decision to either drive the woman out of the home or whatever he wants to do. And that goes the other way. If a woman marries a man, she has to think that it's not marrying only the man, it's marrying a community, it's marrying a family. And that community bond has been there. If one thing affects one person, the whole community carries the burden. And he lets see the burden. It brings unity. It brings a fairness. Because we know that love has a expiry date. Love can be sweet. Love can be bitter. Love can lie. Love can be truthful. But in community life and family life, there's no lie there. Truth must prevail. And all those things are things that we are lacking. That is why an Igbo man will get up. People will go and be protesting against their brother. People will go and take money and say, because they want to satisfy their own personal interests. That is the only advantage Fulani is using against us. There is community life there. There is unity of purpose. They keep putting up their agenda. We want to build a nation. We want to take over Nigeria and dip the Quran in the Atlantic Ocean. That is their agenda, and they are fighting for it. If you tell Atiku Abubakar today that the presidency of Nigeria you are trying to fight for is against the interests of the entire Fulani, Atiku will drop his ambition immediately without argument, because the interest of the interest of the Fulani is above any other personal interest, and that is what Biafra is going to be. Biafra will interest is above every other personal interest. It will be under Biafra interest. If it comes to you to sacrifice your personal ambition for Biafra, you have to do it because Biafra is above. It is Biafra that is the umbrella that we are carrying. It's only Biafra that can give us the identity we are seeking for. Because if not for Biafra, we are gone as a people, no matter where we are. If you think you are in abroad as a man, you are going to abroad, you are still currently in abroad. My friend, whatever you are doing there, both your children, both your investment, everything is in vain. Because if you give birth there, if it's a daughter, your daughter is going to get married to either a white man or another straight person for another country. Those children will never ever come back to Nigeria. They will never ever know their country. What they will say is that my papa told me I'm from Nigeria. Just a typical example is that that our brother from Anambra State that is in the House of Assembly in Britain. Sorry, that is the House of Commons in Britain. I've forgotten his name. That guy is there now. Does he know that Anambra State exists? He only knows that come from Anambra State. That child is gone. That is what happens to us. So Biafra is our identity. If we want it, we have to put Biafra first above every other thing. Because it's when Biafra is alive. That is when we can identify ourselves as human beings. We think we are in strange countries. These countries we are, a time will come, the people will be a very harsh place for us to live. There is nothing better than hope. We have to sacrifice to make things work. Our Prime Minister bring himself out. After Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has sacrificed everything for us, our Prime Minister has given himself up and said, look, I will do everything. I can't watch because he is seeing the vision that is so and so time. This is what his people will be going through. And he has come out to say, why will I be enjoying everything in life? I'm satisfied. I have everything. Why will I be enjoying all these things? And I will be in Finland enjoying it. Why these people will be watching this thing that I have seen to come to pass? And he stood up and said, no, I have to do something. So I call on my people. The only savior you have is Biafra. You must seek to this sit at home. Listen to the instruction of our Prime Minister so that this freedom will get it and build a nation where we can call our own. There's no other better place than home. No matter where you are, even if you have a passport in a foreign land as a citizen, it cannot be like home. Home is sweet. And that home must be, that Biafra we must get. Thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to speak.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Jack, for your submission. Thank you for all that you have said. All that we are going for is Biafra, and what we are going to get is Biafra. We are not going to get anything less than Biafra. Thank you so much, my brother. And on this note, I'll be calling my brother Akos. Akos, if you're a man or woman, please unmute yourself and speak to the Biafrans.
Yeah, good evening, everyone. All protocols are duly observed. I hope you can hear me, right?
Yes, you're coming out. Go ahead, my brother.
Thank you. You see, I sat down and I thought about a lot of things. When I look at gold that attracts a lot of people, they don't understand that it passed through series of furnace, highly incinerated before it can become glittering. I want to say something today and to tell our people to be strong. I was moving on a particular hot afternoon. I think I went somewhere to do my job, and I was on the street of that state, moving. I finished my work. I was just going to my hotel. Then I went, moving in the hot afternoon, and I
Akos, hold on a minute. Akos, hold on a minute. My minister, are you there? Mazi Sonia Barawa, are you there?
Yeah, Sonny's not there. I don't know what happened.
They just sent message that he's having connection issues, so that's why I'm calling him, because maybe in a short while now they will shut this place down, so that you'll be able to pick it up again if you still have time to do so. Yeah, my brother, please, you can continue with your line of thought. Sorry about that.
You're welcome. Thank you. So I now saw a beautiful city, magnificent and gigantic building. The whole street was like awesome, super. It was like a trance. And I had a voice and said, that is the country we are going to. And I was like, that is Biafra. Say yes. Now, let me tell you, before we get there, we are going to pass through this kind of challenges we are facing today. When
on this very evening, we are facing a very formidable array of enemies, both external and within. And we are going to overcome each and every one of these obstacles. That I can assure you, that they may know that the God we worship is an invisible God, not a God that was wrought by the hands of men. For we do not worship idol, and we can never ever worship idol. Is impossible. This very family, this IPOB, belongs to the Most High. And that is how it's going to be until Biafra comes and beyond, to eternity. This evening, I want to place it on record that our enemies are intensifying their attack against us from every corner. I am not saying this as lamentation or complaint. I am only trying to prepare our people for what is to come. You are being prepared for what is to come. The time has come to separate the chaff from the wheat itself. Our march is very, very near. The enemies are trembling, they are quaking, they are doing all they can to try to stop us. But they have failed very woefully, and they will continue to fail. But I want to tell you that we are getting attacks from everywhere all over the world. And very soon, they will buy over some of you. They will buy some of you over. The spirit of Oba Biasika and the Ifajuna are still in some of you. When the time comes, they will buy you over. I am not doing this program tonight to ask all of you to be strong. I am doing it to remind you, not that if they succeed in buying you over, you're not going to stop what we're doing. You can't. You cannot. Not in a trillion years. But I need you to appreciate one very simple fact. That at the end of this very race, everybody will testify that indeed Chukwukika Abiyama, the same God of Israel, of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the same God of Ehiri in Aguleri, the same God of Umweri, the same God of Ora Eri, the same God of Owe Eri, the same God of Arochukwu. Not to be nobody, the true God, one true God. You will know that indeed, not only is he omnipotent, that same God is the owner of this very agitation. No human being can stop it. We have enemies, and we need to be very, very careful, both within and without. Very, very careful. The next 2 weeks will be very pivotal. Next 2 weeks will be very, very important in the life, or should I say, in this very mission that we have embarked upon. The devil will do everything. And you are going to watch spectacularly how we are going to destroy and shame the enemy. That at the end, every glory and adoration will belong to God and not to man. Now let us go and tell you what is happening that some of you do not understand. I want those of you who are hardcore, those who were chosen before you were born. There were some people who were chosen before they were born to agitate for Biafra restoration. This is a message for you. Those who from their mother's womb they were born to do this very work. You must be very, very strong. Because Biafra will open the eyes of black people all over the world. Because Biafra will mean that blacks from America, blacks from the Caribbean, from Southern America, they will all flood into Africa. It will be like the time that Yeshua was born. Biafra is like a light, a beacon. They will follow it. They will say, let us go and see what is happening there. That is what these no-colonialists do not want. They don't want Biafra to come. I am telling our people so they understand. The mountains, I didn't say one mountain, the mountains in front of us that we need to overcome. And for us to overcome it, we need to be very strong mentally, mental strength. Just like when you're doing anything in life, and it appears as if you are being buffeted from everywhere. That is the time that you no longer rely on willpower or your muscles. You go to your brain to endure and to persevere and to keep going until you overcome. That is the stage we are in right now. To make sure that our brain is in gear to confront everything the Janjaweed has to throw at us. We don't have money. Their budget is over $20 billion to fight us. They can bribe Facebook. They can buy them off. They can do anything they like. They can come to some of you and bribe you off. They can promise you what you've never had before. They can give you maybe a house in Dubai. They can promise you a vehicle. They can tell you, oh, we'll make you vice president. They can promise you anything to make sure that you're like them. But this very IPOB, this very hardcore is not going to move. And I will tell you why we can't move. To make sure that you're like them. Some of you are right. But this very IPOB, this very hardcore is not going to move. And I will tell you why we can't move. They can tell you, oh, we'll make you vice president. They can promise you anything. They can do anything to make sure that you're like them.
Welcome back.
But this very...
We must continue. No matter what the zoo are doing, we are not going to stop. So welcome back once again. This is the third time that we are coming back after we've been kicked off. We must continue. We still have 1 hour to be on space. We scheduled the space to have lasted for 3 hours, and we have done 2 hours and 5 minutes now, so we still have 1 hour to do justice to Oluwale Mba. So, Mazi, fine, pick up the mic again and let us continue. Thank you.
Thank you so much, my honorable minister, for bringing it up back again. It doesn't matter how much they push us out, we will always come back here. Thank you so much, and you Biafrans that are conveying back, please, as you come back, please you share the space so that our brothers or sisters that they pushed out already will see the space and come back for us to do the needful, what we have to do, because what we are fighting for is a survival fight. That is what we are doing. We are fighting to survive. We are fighting that our future will be preserved, that of our children, that of our children's children, and that of us as well, those that will be alive and remaining when Biafra will be redeclared or when Biafra referendum will be given. We are fighting to give ourselves a better future and a better life. That is why we are not going to back down. And that is why today you see the government of the Zoological Republic, the terrorist government of Nigeria, protesting against the Biafra, the legitimate Biafra Republic government in exile government and the homeland government. That's why you see them agitating today. Because those that are championing this cause, those men and women that are made of steel, which our Prime Minister is leading in this particular cause, has made it impossible for the enemy to take charge of our land. That's why you see them today protesting. And the Biafra government in exile is winning. The Biafrans are winning over the shenanigans of all the illegitimate governors, both Oluwa Lemba and the one in Anambra, the one in Imo. The one in Imo is already running. So all these illegitimate governors, the Biafra Republic government in exile is winning in this war that is ongoing, because it is war that is ongoing. It is not just that people are protesting that they want a nation called Biafra that have been there more than 5,000 years ago, that they want it restored. That is not the issue. But the issue here is that the people that their illegitimacy is giving the position in Nigeria, the more you steal, the more criminality they find in you, the more they give you position. So everybody is craving to beat the criminality of his brother so that he will be in the good book of the Fulani Caliphate. And that is what the Biafra Republic government in exile is fighting today. And they are winning in this war of restoration of Biafra as a nation. And you, Biafran, I want you to be very, very proud of those that you have elected in this Biafra Republic government in exile. They are doing what you have asked them to do, and that is to give you freedom to have a right as a people to live and not to be killed at every given point in time. Thank you so much, my minister and our deputy. You're welcome back, my brother, the first. I don't know. I see this university. Is it our own university? You changed your logo.
Yeah. There's only one
Okay.
university.
Okay. You're welcome. You're welcome, my brother. I'm Fungel. I salute everyone. Mercy, you will be meeting yourself. Mercy, I believe you're Nwada. Mercy, you'll be
Oh,
meeting yourself and you'll be
please,
speaking to the Biafrans. Thank
before
you.
you go on, I would like to appreciate those on the comment section who are watching on Facebook or YouTube. We can see some super chat coming to the channel support. So we appreciate you for supporting the channel and for encouraging Biafrans for what they are doing. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, my honorable minister and my deputy. I salute you. The Vam man, you are welcome. I
Thank
would
you.
like
Thank
you
you.
to use this medium to welcome back our audience to the mic before we proceed. Thank you so much, my deputy.
Thank you, every one of you that are resilient, every one of you that are, determined, mentally tough, no matter how we are being tossed by any of this wind, we know and we have what it takes to weather all this storm. You are all welcome back to this space. Please do Biafra good by hitting the share button. Share it to your own timeline. Share it to every group on WhatsApp. And make sure people come in. For this last hour, we've got to flow. We have less than 1 hour to get this on. Yes, we need to do this, and it's very important. Thank you very much, Mazi. Fine, we'll move.
Thank you so much, my brother, my deputy. I salute you with your courage. I will be giving the mic. Mercy, if you're there. If you're not there, I will be giving the mic to.
I'm here.
Okay.
Okay.
Please introduce yourself.
Yeah, I hope I'm coming. Greeting Biafrans and lovers of freedom.
Yes,
Good evening and good morning and good afternoon, depending on our time zone. And thank you, the host, for giving me the opportunity. I won't waste much time. I'm a good follower of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and the second savior, Simon Ekpa, and I will keep being a good and good Biafran. Please, I want to speak about the Oluwalemba in Enugu, and I'm from Enugu State precisely. I want to tell people that are supporting that man, and it's very, very unfortunate that the only thing he can do is to lock up the shop of Biafrans that have decided to observe the sit-at-home for the release of our Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But that is to show you Biafrans of what is coming from that man. I believe and I know that Oluwalemba is going to be worse than the one in Imo State. But it's going to be very, very unfortunate for him because Enugu is the capital of Biafra. We won't tolerate that. And anybody that is supporting him, anybody that is really supporting that man in Enugu should just be very, very careful of what Fulanis are going to use him to do. God forbid, that is, if Chukwuka Abiyama should allow us to fare, but God forbid that. We won't fare. We'll get Biafra and we'll make sure that everything they plan will be ahead of them to respond to their plans. But it's very, very unfortunate that the certificate forger in Enugu is already playing the template of Funali, script to put himself and to also keep himself in the office. He doesn't have certificate. He's a 419er, he's a Yahoo governor, he's an Ogboni member, But it's very, very unfortunate that this is Nigeria for you. It's the domain of demonic and satanic kingdom where every darkness works out. So it's very, very unfortunate that he has been in there, and they have told him, if you want us to let you be in here as a governor, you have to stop Biafra. You have to stop all these guys who want to split Nigeria. So he's just playing along to the script they give to him. So the only thing we're going to do is just make sure that we resist and we keep up to the game. We shouldn't relent in anything. They will be doing everything they can. They'll be doing this starting from the day I started listening to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to date to stop what is about to happen. But they can't stop it because this is a prophecy. The supreme leader, which is Nnayi Ojukwu, that started this, knows that he's not the one that will bring Biafra. That the person that will bring Biafra is yet to be born. He was informed, and he knew about this. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu knows that a day is coming of this, and Simon Ekpa is coming. So everything is going according to how heaven planned it. But what I'm telling all the Biafrans here is, no matter what the enemies are doing, they might have the billions of dollars, good and fine. But one with God is majority. We have Chukwuka Abiyama, the creator of heaven and earth, the finisher of everything. Any activist that goes on earth and in hellfire, we have him. And once he says this is going to be, it's going to be. But I'm trying to warn every other person that is supporting Peter Mba, is supporting Hope Uzodimma, supporting the one in Anambra State, to stop it at home. The best thing you can do for yourself is for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That is the reason of the sit at home. We are not doing the sit at home for referendum. We are just doing the sit at home for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to be released because they called him a terrorist. They said if he's a man enough, if he really know what he's doing, he should come to Nigeria and clear himself, defend himself in the court of law. And he did. And guess what? The same Nigeria have decided not to obey the courts. All the courts in Nigeria, the Supreme, the whatever court, whatever level it is, has really freed this man that said, this man has done nothing. You guys don't have any tangible evidence to nail him down. In that case, release him. Or rather, take him back to Kenya where you kidnapped him. They refuse to do this. And his followers are right by saying, okay, since you don't want to release him, and if you protest, you shoot us. You shoot us. You just kill us for protesting. What we're going to do is to sit at home. So what's it now? You say they are crippling the economy. Which economy are they crippling? Do we have economy in Nigeria as a whole? Tell me the economy in Nigeria. Tell me the part of economy Nigerian state has conquered? Is it in agriculture? Is it in power study? Is it in security? Is it in hospitality? Just tell me, is it in medical center? Just tell me where Nigeria have really conquered that the citizens are enjoying. Since when British left Nigeria, nothing. And someone will come up and tell me, you are killing the economy that doesn't exist. That doesn't exist. And someone is claiming that we are killing the economy. They know what to do. If they want the sit-at-home to end, it's a very simple thing. Let the man go. The court have released him. The law have released him. The constitution have released him. Then why are you holding him? That is anarchy. That is to show that you guys are Hitlers. You guys are, even the terrorists that you call him a terrorist, but the government himself is the terrorist. Peter Mba, the Oluwale, or whatever he call himself, or the certificate forger, he's just playing what Fulanis told him. You guys should just know this and keep on and keeping on. For the fact Mazi Simon Ekpa is there, doing the right thing, listening to those that are advising him, and he's doing exactly he's playing to the international community standard. There's no law against what we are doing. There's no law against what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has done. There's no law against what Mazi Simon Ekpa is doing. For the fact of this, Biafrans, keep doing what you are doing. You are doing it right, and heaven can bear you witness, and heaven are testifying that you guys has not done what is wrong. And that is where I stand. They can do all they like. They can spend all the billions they should have used to develop Nigeria. The fact is, we are living and we are living. And there's no Jupiter that will stop it. None, but none. So this is what I want to do as my own submission. Let us keep doing what we are doing. What we are doing is right. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much, my brother Messi. Thank you for that wonderful submission. The only thing they have failed to understand is that the Biafrans has come to restore their ancient, the kingdom of Elohim here on earth. Thank you so much. You really made a valid point. Our own university, please unmute yourself, and that way urge those that are on mic, please raise your hand. Raise your hand so that it will be easier for us to indicate those that are ready to speak immediately. Please raise your hand. Those that are on mic, raise your hands. Our university, please unmute yourself and make your submission. Thank you.
Hello, guys. Am I coming out clear?
Yes, you are. Go ahead.
I don't know what is wrong with my system. It seems slow, and sometimes I'm not hearing what is the voice. I can hear everyone sometimes, so I go in and come back again. Thank you, our minister. I have to say a very big thank you and many blessings to our Prime Minister, and of course our Minister for Information, Parawa Sami, and his deputy, Pastor Vam. Thank you for being here with us, my good brother Ifeanyi, Mighty Lord, and everyone. Of course, Biafran Warrior Queen. Biafran Warrior Queen, thank you for what you're doing. Biafran Warrior Queen opened the space earlier for the prayer for Umuada. I think the time is not right yet because it's going to be by 12 o'clock in Biafran time. It's just a women program. And but we have here Biafra Republic government in exile. Win for Biafrans. Oluwole see shops because of MNK. I mean, for the fact that Biafran people choose to sit at home, that is what is very interesting for us. And also, some people who are in Biafra land campaigning in our land, protesting against Biafran government in exile. Again, Biafran de facto government in homeland, inside Biafra land. That tells that the zoo is already bending. The zoo is no longer legitimate. what they did and what Mba continue to do is a child thing. And it shows a very high degree of illegitimacy of the Nigerian terrorist government. Of course, your children cannot be going to the right and you want to force them to the left. I'm not sure it is going to work like that. And I have seen some footage where that guy have almost militarized our territory. How do you bring war? A fool went to bring war to your own home. Your people said they want freedom. You want to be a slave. You don't serve your slave masters. I mean, all these things are tomorrow when this man and his children and his generation will look back to see what they have done, they will forever be ashamed. Anyway, maybe they are going to pack. They will pack away from Biafra land because what this guy is trying to buy a market that he cannot sell. You can ask from your you see that governors the meeting that the Johannes Igbo organized. I don't know, not our Igbo anyways. Johannes Ndiohi, they organized. You see, you can see Hope Uzodinma. He put his hand in his jaw. He's frustrated. Very, very frustrated. Those people are not deserving. They are not supposed to be a father. You know, those people, any parent that want to lead his children to slavery, knowing, I don't know if they know. I don't understand if they know what they are doing at all. If they know what they are doing, you want to force your children to slavery, and they are dragging themselves out. You are dragging them, and you see what these people have done. And Ejiro, if you are still hearing my voice, please don't send me any kind of propaganda of any type. I do not need them. The only thing I need is the success of the Biafran restoration.
Ejiro, that one still exists.
I just just they share me rubbish. I just see what she sent me. Very useless things.
Ejiro,
we have passed that stage last year.
Ejiro has sold her soul to the devil, very cheap.
She has sold her soul to the devil.
Very cheap.
And this is insane. Okay, you are telling us that sit at home, that people who are making sit at home are killing people in Biafra land. Should we now go and protest? Because if we go and protest, people are not still going to work. The shops will still be locked. Is it not the same thing? If we go and protest, let's say we are protesting for 14 days. For these 14 days, the shops will be locked. Nobody will buy or sell. So it is still the same thing. If the school go on strike, even both the teachers and the student, they sit at home. Nobody goes to school. So those teachers, are they going to die because they did 1 month or 6 months? Sometimes they even go 1 year, 18 months strike. Nobody die. Nobody complain. Nobody shake. And then when we want to protest, civil disobedience is civil disobedience. Protesting, physical protesting is civil disobedience. Sit at home is also a protest. A protest for our hero, our leader, and our savior. A protest for Nnamdi Kanu's release. The only right you have to talk to us or to even seal up shops or lock up anybody's shops is if you have given us Nnamdi. If we have Nnamdi Kanu now and you are locking up shop, then we will know how to deal with you in that regard. So release Nnamdi Kanu and get prepared for Biafra referendum. That is how it works. You cannot kill people because they want freedom. You cannot kill your wife because he said he doesn't want to marry you again. And then we know that freedom is not given. It comes with a price. It comes with fighting. In short, everything comes with fighting. For you to eat, you have to work for it. And Biafran people are working very hard for our freedom. We are fighting for our freedom. We want Biafra. Our position is very clear. Our leader have not given up on us. Why should we give up on him? This is the question I'm asking people like Ejiro and Nnamdi Kanu's wife and yours. Of course, we know that the people that sold Nnamdi Kanu doesn't want him to come out, because if he come out, he will open his mouth and the table will scatter. This is why they have joined the Nigerian terrorist government to try to stop Biafra from coming. And your hand will be cut off because we are here. This is why the people who are telling you, you sit at home, how can you be complaining about sit at home from Lagos, from Abuja, and from Kanu? You say because you are a concerned citizen. Are you stupid? Are you a citizen of Biafra? Are you a Biafran? Biafran people tell you they want Biafra. You are trying to make them feel like they are Nigeria, or they should stop fighting for what they are fighting for. And then you will complain. It is insane how these people has been reasoning over the years. They will narrate Nigerian problem from beginning to end. You keep hearing the same thing every day. But suggest a solution for him and see what happens. This is very, very hard to understand from these people. And that is why I love the kind of prime minister we have. This kind of people will never in their life make decision for us. They have lost the right to make decision for anyone. And more than 40 million Biafrans have passed a vote of no confidence to all the state, federal, local, state, whatever they are, actors. And that have rendered them illegitimate. We Biafran does not listen to people like Peter Oluwalemba. I used to think that man is a Yoruba governor. I didn't know that it's even in Biafra land. And you are sealing up people's shop. You are violating the people's fundamental human rights. Because people had and money. You should be sponsoring. You should be going to. You're supposed to have an agency that go to those shop owners, even the hawkers, and ask them how are they doing, and if they have any idea how you can help them improve in their business, how you can support them, how you can fund any of their projects. That is what you're supposed to be doing as a government, not violating their own right. And you know, this kind of person, because we live, it's an animal kingdom, this guy will still do this harm to his people, and he will not go to jail, he will not be challenged, nobody is going to query him. But this is unlawful. There is no moral ground. This is morally disgusting. This is morally insane. There is no legal ground for you to lock up anybody's shop. I can decide to lock up my shop and travel and come back next year. It is your duty to protect that my property and make sure that it is safe. And if I come back to my country, I will still meet it the way I left it. But the reverse. And they said that this guy have bagged how many certificates from Oxford University. How can somebody acting in this nature have a certificate from Oxford? Fellow Biafrans, I want to thank you very specially, at least for observing this sit at home. And then we thank you. We love you. We love you so much. We want a better life. And for us to get a better life, we are not going to get it in Nigeria. They have proposed, they have deliberately desecrated our land. And for this reason, we are leaving them. Biafra is here. Biafra is at the corner. Biafra is what we want. If you do not address the issue of Biafra, then don't come talking to us. Don't come killing anybody in our land or forcing anybody, because you will kill and kill and kill, and Biafra will come. You can't stop this freedom. It is beyond you. It's beyond you. And Biafran people, you are the best. You are the best. You are the best. You people, sometimes when there is issues like this, just call in. If you have the safety to call in into the space, call into the space. If our minister is there, or if Anyi is there, Vam is there, or Warrior Queen, or the first, or our Archangel Goodman, and also they are there. These people can address that issue you want to submit to them, and the message will keep flowing. Biafra have arrived. Thank you very much, Vam. Ify, I yield my mic here. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, at the university. You really lectured both the Nigerians and the Biafrans to stand firm. You know, one thing some persons are not foreseeing is, you know what happened today is passing a lot of messages. This is going a long way to tell you what would have been happening to you had it been you are not fighting today to be free. What they would have been doing is you will be sleeping in your house. They will come and drag you out and say, do you see this compound from today? Nobody wants to see you in again. Because they are doing the bidding of the Fulani, and you will see a Fulani man will pack in with his family. For them to go and seal a shop that they didn't rent for you, they didn't build for you. Those buildings you see there that is erected there is being built by individuals. Those businessmen and women that are in those markets built it with their hard-earned money without any government help. But the terrorist government of Nigeria is sealing it today with impunity to tell you that they are the Hitler of our time. This is to send a message to the international community for you to see what the common man have been going through in Nigeria. And that's why every one of them can kill, can do anything, can do undo, can serve the Fulani, can take any type of oath of allegiance to the Fulani, just for them to remain on top, because they know that is where the higher animals kill the lesser animals. That is a jungle. Thank you, my brother, for that wonderful submission of yours. Elohim continue to bless each and every one of you. And our Prime Minister, our Minister, if you want to add anything, or the Deputy, if you want to add anything, please, you can unmute yourself. If not, then our own Warrior Queen will unmute herself. We want to hear from the warriors of Biafra people. Thank you so much. Our Warrior Queen, please unmute yourself.
Thank you for the opportunity. Before I start, I want to ask this name. This name is Zushuku. Which name is that? What is it a Biafra name or?
Yes, it's a
because
Biafra
me I know say
name.
Shuku. Me I know say Shuku na my language Igbo. It's a Biafra name.
It's a Biafra name. Yes.
Mm-hmm. There was a space after when the university blocked his space. So I just scrambled that space. I've been there since. When I saw it is me there, I said, okay, I go see what other people do. I want Tafia. Some of our ladies were also there. When I just entered, one of our ladies just finished speaking. So there were some people were saying it's okay, some were saying top down and others. This name I just mentioned, so I screenshot it from there. After our lady has spoken, he was the one that spoke next. He started speaking. It is me again raised up his hand. He wanted to speak. They never gave him that. I stayed there almost 5 minutes. They never gave him that. It's almost up to 10 minutes. They didn't give him that microphone to talk. I was requested. They didn't bring me up. So this fool was saying something very stupid things. He was speaking. He was contradicting himself. Okay, it talk say sit at home. Whether say our lady speak well, but some of the thing is not agree with. That sit at home is not. They are not doing it willingly. I can't say me I talk. They not give me mic. Then the next thing he started saying, are you people think that you are doing something? But Igbo, with the Igbos, he was saying like that. I know say that useless person. not be Igbo. You just go put that name for them. And with the Igbos, we are intelligent, this and that. Anyway, he is in Lagos. It doesn't affect him. This, that. The thing called they wear me for belly. I said, make them let me talk. Now I said, shut up. And they talk for underground. You know the hear what they talk. Will you keep quiet? You know the hear what they talk because they not give me microphone. I wait I want you to tell them. To say they give me microphone. I'll just tell them don't want me I come out. So if they talk another thing. They are sitting at home. The person that is in prison is in Abuja. Now, so which kind of useless human being is talking? They talk so. Which kind of useless human being? So these people just sit down here. They listen to this kind of person. They are destroying their business if they don't know. How can you force somebody to sit at home? When I see the video, they are forcing people. They are doing video. Now say, I won't go ask them. Our Biafra people, when they destroy their business for Lagos, if they still get Lagos, where they go a business where they will say they won't come up for us go. Whether they never force all of them to the sit at home for Lagos. Those ones that they have bought their business, that they have destroyed their businesses. Are they not sitting at home? Did they have a business that they can go every day? If not, some of them have not even taken their lives. Some of them that are still fighting for one Nigeria, that were from Biafra land. It's only those that are Biafran that doesn't believe in one Nigeria that can survive that thing they do to them. He will just go back to his country and start up again. So they didn't allow me to talk. And I said, okay, the thing just vex me. Since I don't raise up my hand, this is where they talk. It don't make sense. They contradict itself. If I umba, he cannot stop the sit at home. The only thing he can do, that is what he's doing. You have to force them to come out. Now, so you not see yourself. Will you shut up? Only you they say, now we where they do sit at home. Now we they force them, they do sit at home. Only you they say, if fine, not be fine, Peter Oluwole Umba, you they force them come out. Which one? Can't you see what you are talking? What you they talk? Eh? You say you will glad you the big grammar for there. You don't know what you they talk. Yeah, in the Western world, people can decide during this period of summer. Somebody can decide. Say, I want to. They will close their shop. They don't even need to go and take permission from anybody. Oh. They don't need to take permission from anybody, even though the government is assisting them. The government loaned them to start that business. They will not even go and meet the government to ask for permission. Say, I want to go to holiday. They will close their shop for 2 weeks. The money when they don't work since, when they don't gather, they'll go holiday, go enjoy themselves for beach. They will just close that activity. Some company they do close. They will just close the company totally for 15 days. Some for 1 week. Even some medical studio will close. They will put a number of another emergency medical there. That if you have emergency, you can go there for the emergency. They will go for holiday. So, for you to know that Britain, these people, they are are doing, they are just evil. Because if they will allow Peter Olunwole Umba to even enter their country, not to talk of to go school for their country, go bring certificate, come and say now they are there. If forget that certificate, they commit all these nuisance for Biafra land. You that are still fighting for one Nigeria, you will know that this Britain, they meant nothing good for you. They have been the one under the terrorists that have been going on. They are the one using the Nigerian government to be sponsoring these terrorists, to be killing us because they are on. Fulani, that is why the money they have gathered from all the oil where they put in our country, they are gathering in their own land, Fulani own land. Now for them to just eliminate the indigenous of that land so that they go settle down, they'll see where they do anything where they like, they rape their cow, they do rape anything rapeable. That is their own. The real person that need oil is the Britain. That is why they are supporting this terrorist that is killing us. That is why you can never see British media that will announce it that they killed 700 people on in Plateau. They killed 500 in Kaduna. They killed 1,000 in this. You can never see British media that will carry that news. You can never see their newspaper that will carry it, because that is what they want, because they are part of the people that are sponsoring this killing. They are part of the people. They are the one that are backing the Fulani, because why the Fulani are fighting? Because Fulani, they don't get what they want to take money to. They don't. Now that land they want where they want settle, because they are nomadic. They don't have land that they call their own. That is why you can see that they are everywhere. Fulani are everywhere. Apart from Ghana that have that wisdom and pursue them, which other part of Africa you will not see Fulani inside it? Our sister Stella will come here and be telling you now how many percentage where the Fulani are. So I just want to tell Farumba, since his children where they say he don't know the father of his children, that his children, they got the son now. Now make him go snatch another man wife, may he come born legitimate children for her, because if to say that children are, if to say Umba know the papa of the children, of that children, those children where we say send go school for abroad, they for call their papa to senses, say papa, this the way they do, it's not good, I beg, it's against the law. Even though that zoo they don't have law, that children, if to say they take Umba as their father, they could have called him and say, papa, this the way they do, no, this where you for send up go school, law they exist. You cannot try this. People can decide when not to open their shop. That is just it. See, that is why you know that those children, he himself doesn't know the father to the children. That is why he now realized that he doesn't have legitimate children. Now want to go and snatch another person's wife so that he can now start having his legitimate children. That is just it. So anything he can do today, he will not move us, because we are moving on. The only part where he pay me, when I see our prime minister video, when he said the thing disturb and small, say the video when you see when if I they close people shop, if they close our brother's shop, our shop for Biafra land, say the thing disturb and small. Anybody will go disturb our prime minister for the fight where they fight for us, for the thing where God send away they do for us. That person, we not go even leave her for our prime minister to handle them. We the women, we go handle them for them. That is why we are going to open space this night. We are going to naked and lay curse upon Ifeanyi Ubah, and we will use Ifeanyi Ubah as a point of contact to every other government that is disturbing our people at home, that is creating some disturbance for them not to relax and sit at home whenever they want, because the shop is their own. They didn't get that money from government. Government did not load them the money. I am the one that suffered, that sweat and get that money. I get the money to rent my store. So you don't have any right. You don't have right to come and lock my shop. You don't have right. We can even go there and carry that man and we'll tie his hand and his leg. That man that called himself Uba, just tie his hand and his leg. Because of the Nigerians, they don't carry terrorists, Fulani terrorists on a Nigerian army uniform. They don't carry and give them the guidance. Now that one they give her power. Make it just know, say, Biafra liberation, we are already there. Biafra is not coming. It's not coming. It's there already, and we are here to stay. We are here to fight. Sorry. We are here to fight for our land. We have already gotten it. The work that we will start doing now is to be deporting all the Fulani and all the illegitimate government out of our land. Thank you.
Thank you so much, my sister. Our own queen, our own mother. Whenever you hear them speak, you will see strength in them. I salute you. You know one thing they did not know, like you just said. If you mention those that went to school, there's nobody that is educated in Nigeria. The more you study in Nigeria, the more stupid the person become. Because the more you study, you will meet people that are criminals. The more you study, the more criminal you become. That is how it is. That's why if you listen to our leader, he said that when his father sent him to the university, to the best university in Nigeria, in Nsukka, the University of Nsukka, he sent him there. But he said, because he's a man that had been ordained by God, that sees what will happen tomorrow. He said, if I should continue studying here, I will be even more stupid than these people. So I have to go out from here. I want to go and study in the land of those people that have colonized us. Let me find out what that made them, that gave them that power, that willpower, that they were able to colonize us and still doing so with impunity, even up to today. So there's no educated person. Those that have said that they are educated is like Oluwalemba is a good example of other people that you're not seeing in the limelight. They are all forgers. They are all forgers. Even the one that said is a president, a drug lord, that is their president now. He also said he have that he graduated from the same school, Oxford University, but they said that they don't have anybody's name like him anywhere. So is their system, is part of them. Criminality runs in their veins once you are called a Nigerian. And that's why Biafrans will do everything to break away from this criminality this year. Thank you so much, Nwada, for your submission. I will be calling on our brother Mazi Prince. After you, our own Awum Bini, Diokbara Biafra.
what their government is doing to them, it is their duty, their right, constitutionally, to say no. It is obvious, and it flies in the face of our people that when you go out there to protest on the street, they will bring their state actors to come and kill us. We have resorted into sitting at home. It is our civic responsibility to sit at home. If anybody in Biafra land comes against it, whether an appointee, an elected person, that person is going against the rule of law. It is high time we begin to speak to these people in the manner that they will understand. We Biafrans are fighting a just cause. We are not killing anybody. We are not terrorists. And any Biafran that is going to take it upon himself to distract or disrupt anything that we are doing must be served in the same plate. I am not happy seeing what I saw today. Sealing our people's shops because they are exercising their civic right of disobedience is uncalled for. Thank you so much, and God bless you all.
Thank you so much, my brother. Thank you so much, our own Biafra, for that wonderful submission. You know, these animals, they accuse you of civil disobedience, and at the same time, using civil disobedience to stop civil disobedience. That is madness. Thank you so much, my brother. And we have our brother Sources. You are welcome. Please, Sources, unmute yourself. With the few minutes we have, say something before I will call on Mighty Dot to say something. Let's utilize the time.
Thank you, my brother.
Okay.
If I good evening, and good evening, Mazi Sonny Aparawa, Mazi Raphael. Good evening. I want to say congratulations to you in person, Mazi Aparawa. For the first time, we're in the videos from Akwa Ibom, and it is really, really impressive. We count one, then we count two. I love sit at home, and Akwa Ibom has taken the bull by the horn. Today, you can see it is not a propaganda. The video is there, and it really, really matters. Thank you very much for the effort you are putting in, our honorable minister. May God bless you and all your teams that you are working with. And everybody in the space, you see what happened in Enugu. It is what we have been anticipating. And let me tell you what these people want to do us. They want to push us out to the street, then restart in shooting people again, but we are wiser. If they seal our shops, we see their office. That's exactly what they're doing. It is do me and do you. And a lot of them are really crying and calling Simon a terrorist. How can you call him a terrorist? He's not a terrorist. Is Nigeria more sane than America, that we have our head office? The head of Biafra government in exile is in America. America cannot register as terrorists. We have address, we have identity, and there's nothing anybody can do about it. Comparing us with Boko Haram is just wasting of time. Boko Haram has no headquarters anywhere in the world. The headquarters is in Sambisa Forest. Why would any sane man compare us to Boko Haram? We are not Boko Haram. They should release Onyendo. Allowing doctor to see him alone is not the whole issue. They should release him and let him go. He is the only man that can negotiate with them. Simon Ekpa cannot even start to negotiate with them. It is only Nnamdi Kanu. So let us keep it up. By Monday, the marathon starts. And there's nothing anybody can do about it. Keep the fire burning. They are receiving the heat. I'm telling you. In the clubhouse today, I was in the clubhouse that contained almost thousands of people. And I shake them today. So they will say again, we have defeated them. We have defeated them. So let us keep the fire burning. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Yes. Thank you for that brief one. Mighty Dot, please unmute yourself.
Yeah, I greet you, the gods and the goddesses. I'm happy to be among my people here today. The people that have sense, people who reason like God. So, because of time constraints, I'm not going to go into this. I just want to concur with our brother, Awumbemi. It's high time we show these people that we own the land. Because they are gallivanting around because we let them gallivant around. It is high time that we show them. We have nothing else to prove to anybody anymore. Our people are willingly been sitting at home for 2 years. It's high time we shut these people down once and for all, so that they will know, because we are talking about government right now. We have de facto government in homeland. We have Biafra government in exile. And it is the government that is giving these 2 weeks sit at home. And it is government that is issuing this Monday sit at home as we speak right now. So it's high time we take the bull by the horn. We are winning. Thank you, my people.
Thank you so much, my brother Mighty Dot. Thank you for that short one. We have a government, and every other government is illegitimate. Minister,
Thank you.
is our
Thank
time
you.
up?
Yeah, our time is up. Let's try to be hosting short spaces so that if we speak small, we go and drink some water, reinforce again, and come back again. We'll have another strength again. And moreover, when we make it short, Biafrans can always go back to review and listen to it. But if we stay long, it becomes tiresome and boring at times. But the message must come. We pray that our radio will be functional in no time, so that when we start putting all these our recordings on spaces, even when we are not on a live broadcast, you can just play like the spaces that we've been holding, and Biafrans will be getting the message of truth. So I really appreciate all Biafrans. Oluwale Mba is a disgrace to humanity, and is a disgrace to Biafranhood. These are some of the remnants and the spoils of war that were begotten from 1966. When you heard of our mothers testified of what happened during the war, you heard something like some of our women and daughters were taken forcefully as wives and married off, and they raped them against their will. Any of them that did not agree to go with the criminals. Is that success? Success, is that you? Okay,
Yes,
that is
it's me.
our success. Okay,
It's
they
me.
will marry
Yeah.
success. I'm just saying you now. So, some of those our criminals that you have in Biafra lands today are the product of the rape that was carried out during the genocide of 1966 to 70s. Mba is one of them. Oju Sokalu is one of them. Solu Ayakalo is one of them. Wikelio is one of them. Willy is one of them. Igbazu is one of them. Even the ones that you have in Akwa Ibom and Cross River State, Delta or Bayelsa, they are all one and the same thing. None of these stooges are good to us, and they can never be good to us. Why? Because their aims and objective is not to liberate the people. It is to continue to subjugate them so that these terrorists can continue to milk on our lives. Exploitation has been their code name, not even exploration. If they had explored the resources that God embedded in our lands, it would have been nice and good. Because when you explore something, it becomes useful to the people. But exploit is what has been the order of the day. And Biafran Republic government in exile, the only legitimate one that we have in this time, is their end, like our Agone Chamber, one of them tells them, I will be your end, and I have come to end your criminalities and all what you people have been doing in Biafra land. So, Oluwalemba, we appreciate your stupidity. We appreciate your Iberiberism. We appreciate your ewu-ness. We appreciate your idiosyncrasy in protesting against the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, in protesting against the sit at home, in protesting against Biafra while you are inside Biafra land, and also in protesting against the freedom of the Biafrans that have been locked up in detention by the Fulani-sponsored terrorist government. We appreciate what you are doing by making sure that the whole of one Nigeria recognizes Biafra in its high state. Because if you did not go to seal shops of people who did not come to find your trouble, people that you don't give them food to eat, people that you don't help them out when there was a pandemic, people that fend for themselves alone, people that are paying your own salaries. I don't know if Mba does not know that the people that he seals their shops are the ones paying his salaries. It is your taxes that is being generated in those deplorable markets. When you look at the market in Biafra land from all this at home, you weep because you get to see what your dreams could not even withstand. If you happen to dream in your real life, then in your dream, somebody took you to a picnic, and then all of a sudden they decided to drop you off in such markets. You will wake up from that dream and shout and say, no, this is not what I expected on my picnic. But looking at the deplorable state in Biafra land from this sit at home, you can understand the reasons why Biafra really needs to come. So the people that he sealed their shops are actually the people that are paying his salaries. When they say they generate 3 billion, 100 billion, 5 billion in Biafra land, those money are not being generated from their offices, government house. Those money are being generated from the keke driver. It's being generated from somebody that pushes truck to make ends meet. It's being generated from someone that sells akara. It's being generated from someone that sells moi moi, someone that sells periwinkle, someone that sells water leaf, someone that sells edikaikon, somebody that sells bitter leaf. All these people that cultivate their crops, harvest the produce, and then take them to the market to sell in order to make ends meet. The taxes that is generated from these people every day is what amounts to the money that you hear of the tax revenue in the state. Because every oil and gas money and process is being consumed and managed by the Fulani terrorists. Mostly what is being managed by the government of the state is what you serve and then pay out of your sweat every day. So it is very, very disheartening that Oluwade does not know what he has done. He has really, really made us to understand that Enugu is the epicenter of what we had today. And Biafrans are happy that the stupidity has been able to skyrocket us into the next level. And this will continue because the more you become stupid with Biafra, the more you create the awareness, and the more Mazi Simon Ekpa's name will come bell on the international market and on the international media. So we appreciate Biafrans. The 2 weeks at home is still loading. It is not yet even the 2 weeks yet, and people are crying like this. You will continue to cry and finish, and on that day you will sit at home because that is all you can do. Sealing people's shops against their will is against international standards and human rights ethics. So the court of their oppressors should also come out and advise this Momo that he is in another way infringing the rights of the citizenry. And they should ask him from their part of government ethics and conduct for him to explain to them where there is that autonomy of power for him as a terrorist governor imposed by the Fulanis on the people, that he has the right to go and lock people's shops and seal them simply because those people decide not to go and open their shop at their own will. He should explain to them. But this is what we talk, like we say it, so that we deviate people's attention from the focus of what the Biafran Liberation Army will be doing. So when we come to a media like this, we will tell you kwede kwede, and you will be dancing kwede kwede, while our intelligence will be working in their numbers. We appreciate all Biafrans, and to our Agune Chamber One of Biafra land, may your days be long, more wisdom on your head, more oil on your head, that you can be able to carry out the tasks ahead of you. Your security is secured. Let Biafrans not be worried about our PM or his security. His security is guaranteed. He is in Finland. He is not in Africa. He is not in Kenya. He is not in Nigeria. So Finland knows more than some of these fools that are protesting in Biafra land against Biafra. Finland knows more of Biafra than you bingos. So go and learn and ask questions about Finland partook and what they did in solidarity to the Biafran people when they were massacred and butchered in thousands and numbers. I appreciate all Biafrans, and we look forward to seeing all of you again. Keep up the good work, and to our media team, starting from the general of the Vam Vam Vam, Mazi Ifeanyi, I see you, Mazi Success, Mazi University, Ifeanyi again, Mighty Dot, I see you, Fun Girl, Tony, Grace, Harry, Mazi Udoka, Biafran Queen, Nicholas, Emeka, 247, Chinemerem, Eunice, The First, Casey, Prince, Chima, Chamaka, Mazife, Ekberima, I see you. And very soon, we are going to embark on a massive media protest. We have had our names on Ekberima for some days now, and very soon, all our names will be going into Simon Ekpa. Like when you go to Akbarawa Soni profile, you will not be seeing Akbarawa Soni Simon Ekpa or Akbarawa Simon Ekpa. When you go to Success, you'll be seeing Success Simon Ekpa. When you go to Raf Ajare, you'll be seeing Raf Ajare Simon Ekpa. When you go to Ifeanyi Mora, seeing Ifeanyi Simon Ekpa. So when we are ready to start that protest, we are going to announce we are working on it. So Biafran should get ready, because we are in a media warfare. We have to make use of every tool. This will make the feat of Simon Ekpa's name to skyrocket the internet. And it is to Biafra. It is not to Simon himself, because he is not fighting for himself. He is fighting to the freedom of Biafrans and to make sure that the legacy of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, our freedom, is restored and nothing is thwarted and taken for granted. From us from here, we say a super thanks to all Biafrans, and let us keep the flag